Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to this edition of the Halcyon Show. My name is Lorne Risley. How the hell are you doing? I hope you're well. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you're looking forward to... I'm assuming you're watching this in the UK. I hope you're looking forward to a exceptionally good and exceptionally long bank holiday weekend as we go into August. The back end of August, I should say. Been a long week. First week back at work for the last 3 weeks, and yeah, just been kind of backwards and forwardsing. Otherwise, trying to get back into my training. That's not really happened, although my diet has been spectacularly good in the sense of I've been a very, very good boy and not been spoiling my efforts in trying to lose a little bit of weight before Christmas time. And before I lose all the will to live to be able to do it a fucking fifth or sixth time, or however long, how many times it's been I've tried to lose weight. Anyways, you don't care about that. You care about what we're here to discuss today, which is the career in UK battle rap of one Quill. I have a couple of blurbs from Verse Tracker and from worldbattlerap.fandom.com/wiki/Quill about Quill. Is a British battle rapper from London, the United Kingdom. He currently has 40 battles catalogued. That's on Verse Tracker, not including everywhere else. Totaling 1.689.796 million views. He averages 42,245 views per battle, but of course that's skewed by the fact that there's a lot of smaller battles on smaller leagues. I have a bunch of lists, and also I have the itemized date order of the battles that have taken place, so it allows me to do something I haven't really done before, which is to go in chronological order, but freely this time. What I haven't done this time, like I've done with previous retrospectives, is normally what I do is I take the battles and I edit them together to avoid kind of bleeding into other people's rounds, or I also have a better idea of how much content I have to cover. What I'm going to do is I'm going to say I'm keeping this to 3 hours today. So Bobby's, I think, went 3.5, 4. Tony's was 3.5-ish. O'Shea's was 2-3 hours. Luna's was 2.5, 3 hours. I'm going to keep it to 3 hours on this occasion, and we'll go from there, I suppose. We'll see how we're getting on. So I actually messaged Quill, and he's the first person so far to be kind enough to actually say, listen, if I were you and I was doing this, here are the ones that I would recommend that you watch, and here's the, you know, dibbity-dabbity-doo about it. So he has actually given me a breakdown of the battles that he feels that we should showcase, and I listed them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. However, and this is a big caveat, I have actually featured 2 of these battles already as full reviews, against Viz and against Gemini. So what I'm going to say with those 2 is I will do the first round of both of those battles, because I have them downloaded and ready to go, but I won't showcase those full rounds, because I would instead recommend that you go back and watch the full battles, because I think his battle against Viz was a moment in UK battle rap that you should go back and check out if you haven't seen it, because reasons. I'll leave it to you to find out for yourself. Against Gemini, obviously, I'll spoil it here. He did... my hair looks terrible. I've got to cut it later, so just bear with the barnet. Vizual was one thing. Gem, he lost, and therefore lost the title. But I still feel like it was an emblematic performance of Quill in a lot of different ways, and I feel like it's worth just signposting you to that if you haven't already seen it. So what we are going to do is we're going to get into it year by year as much as I can based on the recommendations that he's given and the ones that I've downloaded. What I've also got, of course, is I've got the ability to be able to hop onto YouTube and showcase the battles as well. So we'll be a bit more freewheeling today, I feel like. The last couple of retrospectives I've kind of plodded through, you know what I mean? Whereas we'll bounce around a little bit on this one. One last little thing before we get into it is why Quill? Why did I pick Quill? There's a couple of reasons. I think, as a fan, excuse me, there are a few battlers that I've seen in recent times. Oh, fucking hell, you can see the back of my head there. That's better. There are a few battlers in recent times that I have seen embrace the notion of theatricality and showmanship like Quill, and that are very uniquely themselves as acts and performers. There have been a few guys that have been technically very good, and there have been a few guys that have been theatrical and characterful, but there's not really anyone else that I would argue has the technical competency, the theatrical nous, and the passion that I've seen Quill display. Makes him unique in a variety of different ways. It mainly means that I think from an outsider's perspective, it's difficult to sell some battlers because they are either too gimmicky or not gimmicky enough. And there's some battlers that are not technical at all and just say, yo, your mum's fat and she looks like a bat, and it's just cringeworthy. And then you get the guys at the other deep end who are inherently too technical for a modern audience or even a casual audience to be able to keep up with. It's just a lot of bibbidi-bobbidi-boo stuff, in which case people struggle to resonate and gel with it. Quill is an amalgamation of both of those things that's closer and better than almost anyone else that I've seen in recent times. Now, of course, in the scheme of battle rap history, you can make your arguments about goats and Rushmores and whatnot. But I think in terms of what actually goes off at a live event, Quill is a student of what actually works and is the best person I've seen in terms of studying what actually translates well to camera from what is done live and vice versa. There's a lot of guys that do really well in a room, not so much on camera. There's a lot of guys that do well on camera, not so well in the room. Quill is perhaps the best example of someone that is as fastidious as it is possible to be about getting better within the confines of a battle rap presentation. So I'm looking forward, if nothing else, to showcasing his growth to a certain degree, because we are going to see a certain degree of growth as we go, but also his obviously the way he finesses things and the way he's developed as a performer, because that's the other thing I think you're going to see in this, is you're going to see him grow in terms of his use of theatricality and a lot of other things. Fucking hell, one of these days I'm going to fix this fucking camera. There's currently no one watching as well, so that's, I'm talking to no one. So, in fact, I'm going to ignore you all for a bit, and I'm going to get into just what I want to see, which is, number one, his debut against one Gibbo. So, I did not label them in terms of numerical order, though, so you'll have to bear with me. I've got to fucking find it now. Where is it? Quill versus Soul, Crafty, Unanimous, Rum Nitty, Raptor, Moke, Lazy, Holododon, DNA, Happy, Gibbo. There it is. Right. So let me get rid of that. Shrink that down. Open that up. Apparently this took place on the 29th of July 2012. So we are going back a little while. I'm just going to swap actually my things over. So now it's... God, my ears. So yeah, we'll swap that there, and then I'm gonna say I'm not sure the quality of this is due to my computer or down to the download or just down to Don't Flop, but I've already noticed the resolution isn't the best, so I apologize in advance for this. But anyways, this is Quill's tryout match, I believe, for Don't Flop versus Gibbo on the 29th of July 2012. So let's go. Ah, the intro's back when Don't Flop tried. What a time to be alive.
What's going on? It's third quarter, the third of 4 yearly tryout events in Don't Flop, man. We had
really
4 sick ones in 2011. We're here in 2012,
so
the third and fourth of the year, man.
Terrible.
Oh, it's July 2012, man. We had a dope one in January, a dope one in April. A lot of the cats from those events are here supporting today.
Not sure what's going on with that
t-shirt. Winning top 8, you know what I mean? He debuted in January. We got a lot of heads in the building, man. Okay, battle number 4 of the... We had a couple of dickheads as well. Fourth battle of the day. On the right-hand side, obviously debuting, we got Gibbo. Make some noise.
Gibbo came prepared with a CD. Good for him.
As well, on the left, we got Quill. Make some noise. Let's go.
Quill.
Gibbo won the flip, and he chose to go first. Was on Gibbo. Let's go.
Tell you what, yeah, as much as I'm sure Gibbo has gone on to have a long and prosperous career, I don't care. We are moving on to Quill. So come on, let's go.
5 more rounds of the battle left. It's on Quill round 1. Let's go.
Now you know he's lying if he comes with bars.
Just going to say, before we get into it, look at, I know the quality's not great, baby-faced Quill. He looks, because you've got it on your screen here. You've got him there, like that, and then over here, like, it's almost like for like. Look at that. If there's and that's from the Gem Battle. That's from one of his more recent performances. I think that's in 2024. So there you go. Time, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what? He's not aged badly, has he? He's younger than me, motherfucker. He's better than me, motherfucker. Anyways, Quill, round 1. Let's first battle ever. Don't flop. Let's go.
Now you know he's lying if he comes with bars about fucking mums, sisters or wives. Because I looked up the definition of Gibbo, and word for word, it's someone who doesn't get love or action in their life. Now if it's because you're not cool, it's cool. I can teach you swagger while you sit and learn. But I could do fuck all, like fuck all with the fact that you look like Nigel Winterburn.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm a gooner.
Wow.
Yeah, AFC. His girl likes OAPs with wrinkles and hairline receding, receiving floppy penis and heavy breathing. She has to go to I Fuck Grandad's Anonymous for receiving treatment. In other words, she's like Arsenal because she needs that old semen. And I'm a gooner.
Okay.
So you know I'm gonna leave you left back, Gibbs.
Very good.
My
Yeah.
arse is clever, so come test that shit. You should beat up your pad, that's the only time you punchline and rhymes have some hits. I don't know what else to suggest to you, Gibbo. You might as well turn gay. Cause I ain't still talking KOTD, but girls think you've got that DNA. No, if you think you flow harder, bro, and your lyrics are colder, you must have been shooting it up in Colorado, cause you're a real life joker. Let's go.
Okay. And that's his first Don't Flop round. Okay. Oh, we're into it there already. Wow. So impressions of first ever Quill. Number 1, much more of the old school, because again, this is 2012, so much more of the old school in him, you know, sort of, I don't really know how to describe it other than just very, I guess, plain. It's all in the delivery, isn't it? It's all just direct and not really, it's very simplistic, but it's effective, and it's more comedic than it is visceral or aggressive, not like we would see in later years from Quill. More of a roast, some, you know, back in the day when the football bars weren't, because it wasn't played out at the time. Left back Gibbs, clever, and makes me sad because I remember when Kieran Gibbs played for Arsenal, and that's a longer time than I would care to admit. But yeah, decent first round. Let's see what he's got for the second.
Oh, let's do this. Go.
That ain't true, your name used to be Morphman. But you changed it because you couldn't morph out of a man who's slender, cross-dresser, transvester, changed gender into Gibbo from Soho, giving blokes blows and some down suspenders. I mean, you're the type of rapper that thinks it's taking part that counts. Because if I take apart the amount of bars I doubt I'd use, I wouldn't hear much sound coming out of your mouth. Me and my boys had your girl on the sofa. You know, we're pounding her out. He just happy for the amount of pounds he found that fell down the side of the couch. Good tune. You infant. You like sticking your dick in infant kids. You're a thick bitch. If you think you're sick or a spit shit, you're a dimwit. Stick to statistics. You got my chance of murdering that curly head kid from Misfits. If you're a tough cookie, yeah, then you ain't scared of biscuits. Talking of biscuits, what do you want, bars or jokes? Nah, I'll give you a penguin and you can have both.
See, it's weird. I've noticed this. And again, it makes sense. He's a younger man here. There's a slight timidity to him here. There's a slight nervousness. There's the reset with the nose thing that he's doing. There's the sort of the slight. It's interesting to see how far he's come. Considering he's still very much. He's a bit. He's a bit in the mold. That's how I'm describing it. His delivery style and performative style at the moment is Don't Flop of that time. He is still very much trying to find his voice here. It's clear. But what is already immediately evident is funny, clever, witty, doesn't mind saying the thing you're not supposed to say. So, good so far.
Now just proving with bars you can't match me. As for jokes, knock knock.
Who's there?
Gibbo.
Gibbo who?
Exactly.
Very good. Yes.
Sorry, round fucking 2. Let's go.
Okay, that's round 2. All right.
Four hit to be
Blah,
the MC.
blah, blah. Right. But yeah, so round 2, again, sort of the same sort of thing. Like, you can tell it's more about the comedic element than it is bar for bar sort of thing. I mean, if it's only 60, I'm assuming these are 60-second rounds. It's a case of he's out funnying him, I think. Obviously, I've not seen the other guy's rounds, but like, yeah, he's just having. It's more fun at the moment so far. Like, it's not like the more visceral style that he can dip into at later times. I think the interesting, like I say, the interesting thing watching him here is the timidity, the slight reticence to go full. He's, you know, it's still very much finding his footing here. Anyways, final round.
Fucking 6 shits on Quill. Final round.
We should make a documentary of your life, Gibbo. Even
Okay.
get David Attenborough to narrate it. Like here in Aldershot, Habitat to the Gibbo, the paedophile rapist. When the horizon sets, he makes his way out to his transit van with 8 kids, make sure no one's around, does sexual activities and videotapes it. Because if you read his police file, he's really a paedophile. He likes to get his dick in between the cheeks of a teeny child. Even when I say this, he's got a cheeky smile. He's not even in the now. I'll have your girl bent over, facing the urinal so she can see where I'm coming from, I'm busting an eye hole. Because our pussy's never been dried in the Grand Canyon. And it must be called Jasmine, because it always wants Aladdin.
It's not surprising that this got over with a younger audience then, and it's also not surprising to me that a lot of the battlers from this era that are still going don't want to revisit this era, because I think a lot of them would. I think a lot of them would have their reticence about, say, listen, I'm going to write a round and it's going to be all about bending over his missus in a urinal and busting in her face. 35 to 40-year-old men. There's something, I don't know, there's something about that. So listen, I'm not saying that the guys of this era have to go back to this. I'm just saying that it makes sense why what they're doing now doesn't necessarily appeal to the younger, because they're not willing to do this now, whereas they were then when we were younger. It's yeah, because I imagine like Quill now would look at something like that and go, man, I want to write something more complicated, nuanced, more clever than that. Here, it's just, I fucked your girl. Okay. All right.
And when I'm upstairs with his mum, she's getting mad at him, hitting the ceiling with a broom like, damn, my mum's getting slammed again. Until her pussy's burning eternally, flat's got burned to 3rd degree. What I'm trying to say is she's more of a slag than my ex, Yasmin Sadeghi Bajurdi, bitch.
Wow. Okay. Is that what oh, someone mentioned that. Like, oh, that was Koj. Like, the doctor, is that what he was referring to? Like, he just said her name? Like, okay.
That's time.
Oh, that's time. Wow, that's the way he ends the round. Okay. Wow, strong. Strong. Why is the chat disabled? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Fuck's sake. Sorry about that. I'll can I fix that? Hang on, let me fix that for a second. I want to see, because you'll notice that I've obviously got the chat here for this page. I don't have it for the Quill page. There just wasn't space with where the rest of the graphics were, so apologies for that. For the people watching then, thoughts on Quill's first Don't Flop battle? What do we think? What are our thoughts? I'm curious. Can I fix that? I don't know if I can fix that from here. Can I fix that from here? I don't know if I can. I might not be able to fix that from here. Ah, dear. Okay, let me... can I? Can I fix it from here? I don't think I can fix it from here. Okay, y'all are just going to have to live with it. Sorry. I must have forgotten to do that on the stream. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, what are we thinking? It's Quill's first battle versus Gibbo. I think... What am I thinking? I think it's very don't flop. It's very don't flop of that era. You know, somewhat immature, somewhat crass, somewhat coarse. But there's elements there that you can see he develops over time. There's a technicality in what he's doing. I mean, the cadence of his speech has never changed. That's sort of more youthful exuberance. That's still in his delivery even till today. What else? What else do I want to take away from that? Again, that sort of naivety, that slight nervousness, the reset. You know, it's stuff that he has worked out over time. It's not necessarily. I mean, again, that sort of initial timidness, I wouldn't have anticipated, considering, again, he's always seemed quite an assured, quite confident individual. So, kind of interesting to see, but an entertaining battle nonetheless, or at least an entertaining, what I would consider to be an entertaining debut. So, moving on, we now have. Let's get rid of that, so I now know what I don't need to show. Let's go with. I think that's the next one that I actually have available. Yes. So his next battle was against Old English, but that's vaulted. I'm presuming that means it's no longer available. Then in 2013, we've got Next Gen, RBN, which took place on the 5th of January and 16th of February, respectively. And then we have, I believe this is his, quote, first international versus a gentleman by the name of Dirty Harry. So let's go to that one now. And this took place. I've
been through the fall, the pits, the
on the 8th of June,
no
2013.
No cause, unless my destiny is involved.
I'm going to assume that's Dirty Harry. Oh, is this for Don't Flop then? Ah, it must be for Don't Flop then. Okay, cool. Again, back when they tried. Look, intro graphics and everything.
Yo, Don't Flop, Verdict, Ministry of Sound here, June 8th, battle number 1 of the 8 battle card. Ministry of Sound, where are you at?
Crowds, lighting.
Don't Flop all fucking day, you know the score. Hit me on Twitter at Don't Flop, man. The first battle of the day. The crowd been waiting around. Another great crowd. A lot of them were at Checkpoint. Another classic Don't Flop event. Let's make another one today. Okay, battle number 1 of the day on the right-hand side. Debuted last July. Finally been in the league for 1 year, nearly, from London. Quill, make some
Quill.
Big up Quill every single time. You're going to be seeing much
Quill's
more here,
fifth
man.
ever battle.
And left-hand side, first battle of the day, first debut of the day from King of the Dot and Canada, Dirty Harry. Make some noise. Let's go.
Okay.
I really hope one day we're sponsored by Ting. I can't say it just yet, but Ting, holler at me. You want to get a few views. Right. Not that many. Right.
Also going to say hello. No loose chatter in the house. How are we doing, folks? I'm waiting on someone to come on the show, because Paris, Snoop, Tali, need to hear from one of y'all at one point, because I want to start making sure we're covering No Loose Chat as much as we're covering everybody else, ladies and gentlemen. I need more No Loose Chat in my life.
Right, shows off camera. Quill won the flip. You want Dirty Harry to go first. Don't Flop, Verdict, round number 1 of the.
With all due respect to Dirty Harry, don't care, because this isn't the Dirty Harry show. Right, let's go.
That's time.
Oh, that's very quiet. That's very quiet.
That felt good.
What happened? I heard fucking clear as day. Right, okay, let me turn that up so that hopefully y'all can hear it a bit better.
Yo, you hear me, yeah?
Hopefully you can hear that.
Really, come on, let's go, look. When I heard I had an international battle, I thought I was going to battle somebody that's top tier. This for me just feels like a normal battle, and it's taken you an incredibly long time to get here. But that's because you chose to come out here, which was the wrong decision to make. In fact, it reminds me of Prison Break. Listen, I'll explain. You've put yourself in this position, and soon you'll want to escape. What, you think you got the blueprint to body? Now my ink will leave you torso, your soul torn. It's vital to know my skills. These bars here, hard enough to contain Michael Schofield. Now, in your battle, you said I'm Dirty Harry. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Apart from the fact I had no substance behind it, and it's original as fuck, you misquoted the character you chosen. I mean, watch the movie when you go home and fuck watching the plot unfolding. Fast forward to the point where he's holding the 44 Magnum, not sure if it needs reloading. Did he shoot 5 bullets or 6? He's caught up in emotion. Then he comes up to the famous moment. He says you have to ask yourself one question: Do I feel lucky? What
Do you?
Punk?
Just gonna go back for a second. Sorry. Just can I catch it?
What do you?
I don't know what it's going to take to get back to this or to surpass it. Whatever we got to do, ladies and gentlemen, just look at I'm just saying. Well, do you, Punk?
Punk. You misquoted your own slogan. You fucking prick here. You came here by plane. I came here on the mothership. No predictable mother flips. I'm on my other shit. I'ma beat you so bad, I wouldn't even care if Tony D was judging it. Nah. No disrespect to the champ. Tony should have told you, boy, the kid go hard. Seeing as we're in England, I'ma hit you like Ringo Starr. I mean, you look like you would have rituals before you have sex. I do. Now, if you know your insects, that's why I refer to him as a beetle. Plus, all you need is love, because you one of them lonely people. Now, from me to you, that's another Beatles tune, by the way, brother, yeah? You don't know the history, so don't be dissing the fact I like Arsenal, looking like Kumar's got lost on his way to White Castle. I mean, look. Is it me? Hey, is it me, yeah? Or has he got the same scar on his face as Ribery? I mean, how did you...
Strong.
I mean, how did you get that, son? Did you used to battle in a tree and the loser had to jump? I should call you Scarface. No reference to the movie with the drugs. Boy, you must feel really unlucky. What do you? Punk? Nah, but I'm not gonna lie though, when I first got this battle, I was questioning myself. Because I had problems exposing him. Now, that's not the fact he kept everything stealth. I mean, in your last battle, if you reminisce, he was dissing his girlfriend for being called Terror. Now, the wordplay was some clever shit until you said, you think I left away my family the way I cut off Terror's wrist.
Pretty cool, I thought.
Your family are terrorists?
Yeah.
Brother, what the hell is this? I'm pretty sure that's some shit you want to keep to yourself, especially when Sketch has got to fly home with you. He's probably shitting himself. Now, understand why I couldn't expose him. It's not the fact he kept everything stealth. I was going to put dirt on his name, but he already did that himself. End of round one, and I'm feeling hella strong. You ain't welcome round here. No one put the kettle on.
Cool. Okay, so that's the first exhibition of the famous catchphrase. Let's examine development from his first battle to his fifth. More, not aggressive, but more concerted effort to insult the opponent. Probably more technical, more structure, leading from one thing to the next, rather than it just being a bup sort of thing. You know, setup, delivery kind of deal. Still very Levitus though, and still you can see it here. He's still not, because again, there is a pivotal moment in Quill's career where he develops that sense of theatricality in a more verbose, effective way. But in the moment, like, he is throwing little things to the crowd here and there. These tiny little moments to give them an opportunity to catch up, as it were. So yeah, that's a decent first round. Let's go back here. Let's find it. Where is he? There. So round two.
Thought I lost it in the end, man.
All right, look.
Let's go, bro.
Yes.
Now, I'm sure most of you know, but in case you don't, demo channel. It's for the battles that ain't really good enough for the main channel to present. You know, in case it's a street battle or a rapper forgets.
Was there a demo channel on Don't Flop back in the day? What happened to it then? Because I thought the whole point of them deplatforming all their shit on the main channel was, yeah, y'all historians in the chat, either that or after I'm done recording this and y'all catch this on the back end, yeah, someone's got to educate me on that.
On a rare occasion, the crowd don't show no respect. Now, that's not looked at with resent. There's some good shit on there from all different events, but compared to the main channel, nowhere near gets the respect. Now, that still gets as many views on the net as the league that you've flown out to represent with Sketch. I represent quite badly, might I say. I mean, why would you two fly out to the bits? I don't want to contradict. I like Bono, but I think you two are shit. Now, let me get this right. You've flown out to Don't Flop because you live in Canada, but haven't been on KOTD before. Well,
I think that the other thing I'm noticing, and this is a bit different to not just Quill, but just to the scene generally today, is he's really talking to him. Like, there's no wasted energy necessarily to the crowd. The crowd are treated as a completely separate entity to the battle that's happening on stage. I know it's quiet at the moment, and there's not a lot, but I think that's due to the writing and the point Quill's trying to make. But, like, it does add to this notion that the battle is the thing we're all focusing on, and the crowd are just sort of they're window dressing. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily a contributing factor to it in the way that I think crowds are viewed today I think that's interesting. It's just something I'm picking up again, comparative to some of his more, some of the more contemporary stuff that I've been watching a lot of recently. Which, by the way, I don't know if you know, I did a whole series on Premier Battles' upcoming Where Winning Matters tournament, The Contenders, where I go group by group and battler by battler. I'm not going to say that I was the only one talking about the tournament for the last 3 weeks. But let's say, for the sake of argument, people were talking about it. They weren't posting content about it. So if you could do me a solid and go and check out that stuff, that would mean a lot. Anyways, back to Quill.
When Organic sees this footage, it's safe to say you ain't gonna be on KOTD for sure. Now I've done my research on Canada because I didn't know much about American states.
Which is ironic because people are now saying that all of the American stuff that's happening at the moment is with what I forget. Again, I can't articulate how much I don't care about the American battle rap side of things. I'm sure it's very popular, and I'm sure if I got into it, I'd care. At the moment, though, I don't. But the Americans commenting on the UK battle rap scene, with Bizzo in particular, saying, some bloke from London, and you go, he's from Preston. It's a 3-hour drive, dude. They're not neighbours or anything. So, but I think the difference here is Quill is being obviously willfully ignorant because it's funny.
No. As it turns out, it's its own country and it's a very nice place as far as the crime rate stays. So tell me then, why you talk about triggers, brother, when you ain't murdering Harry? I figure seeing as we in LDN, it's only right my Gorillas cover, Dirty Harry. I mean,
Nice.
I need a gun to keep myself from harm. That's Dirty Harry. So why'd you go on like you carry arms, Dirty Harry, when the caliber has never touched your palms, Dirty Harry? You're from Calgary and everything's so calm, Dirty Harry. I mean, what are you gonna do if I mock it when I cross you and knock over your mocha while I'm having a coffee in Costa? Huh? What does that mean? What does that mean? I said, what are you gonna do if I mock it when I cross you and knock over your mocha while I'm having a coffee in Costa? You're gonna turn Costa Nostra, pull a fat one out the blue. Who the fuck are you, Anthony Costa? Nah. We don't talk about guns around here, sunshine. But if you want to talk about gats like you're strapped when we know you ain't, and that's fact, I'll make this pussy disappear quicker than Snapchat. Yeah, I'll make you drop. Fucking go!
Throwaway line that, again, it's don't flop in 2013. Vaginas, penises, and the crowd goes wild. Wait for it. Your mum. Standing ovation. I'm not saying we got to go back to this level of content, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying look at that in terms of a framing device and tell me that doesn't look sick as fuck. Whatever we got to do to recapture this essence, I'm all for it. Minus the mum, penis, vagina only references, and we're going somewhere. Anyways, Quill.
I'll make you drop quicker than Woody hearing Andy. Then I'll drop your... Then I'll drop your old deal with the first clip. I ain't watching Bambi. I fucked your girl on the beach. Now I call her Sandy. You were Lincoln Charmaine way before Plan B. Let me break it down just so you understand me. I don't really care what Harry's got. One bang will get rid of dirt. That's fucking Barry Scott. No.
Wow, deep cut. So, for the younger audience members, just Google Barry Scott, Sill It Bang, thank me later. Or thank Quill later for the reference.
Google it. Now your words are louder than your actions. My advice is you shut your mouth. Because if you ain't acting like a reservoir dog, then round here, you need to cut that out. Because you wouldn't point and fire if you were Lord Sugar. But you could be my hip-hop apprentice. I will send you to get to leadless pencils, an endless stencil, an instrumentless instrumental, a hip-hop refill pad, separate to a grime refill pad, all from the shop called This Ain't Real, and I don't feel bad. Now I thought light travels faster than sound. But now I don't believe it, because I heard you were shit before I got to see it. And now that I see it, I'm wondering what's that purple shit on your face, brother? It reminds me of a video one time I seen with Talisa. Plus...
Wow.
Hey.
We're deep cutting the references here, aren't we?
Plus, I bet your dick is so much of a peanut that a chick can
What a time capsule this serves up. Barry Scott and Talisa referenced.
suck it with a t-shirt. Now you watch my...
Now you've watched my battles. You haven't studied my battles. Because if you did, you would have known you got to study Bagnall. Now I know it's a blur, but zoom out. You ain't gonna record the MCs coming with those angles. I mean, what's the point in fighting Achilles if you ain't going for the ankles? Unless you're relying on me to choke, son, like Homer when he strangles. You get it? And who the fuck turns up with 3/4 lengths and wears white socks over his ankles?
Apparently, oh God bless him. Apparently, Quill, time traveling, 12 years into the future, fucking everyone. We've arrived at a point in time where mullets and Crocs with socks are back in fashion, and you motherfuckers better own that shit in 10 years when everyone realizes rightly it's dumb as bricks. Anyways, white socks over your ankles.
And around 2, and I'm feeling hella strong. You ain't welcome round there. No one put the kettle on. Let's go.
Oh, so no one put... Oh, okay, so there's an evolution of the catchphrase. Okay. So in that round, you started to see a bit more of a development in terms of Quill's dispositions, i.e. feeding off the crowd a little bit. Like I say, I'm going to assume that I'm going to make this pussy disappear disappear quicker on Snatch, something like that. Like, that's the moment that popped the crowd, and he tried to feed into that with the singing section. So, like, yeah, you can see that, again, the shoots of his theatricality showing, but at the moment, he's leaning very heavy on his technical disposition, his delivery. Still not seeing quite that level of aggression yet. We're still seeing a more tamed, reserved version of Quill, but this is round 3. Also, I will give him full props, and he would have gotten an extra point if I was judging this battle fully, for wearing an Arsenal-related t-shirt. I am for that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Now, when I heard I had an international battle, I thought I was going to battle somebody that's top tier. But you flop, you're like here, and that's not even near. Now, you said something about Nightcall, like I haven't heard that shit. Then you said you're going to snuff me. At least be truthful with the words that you spit, especially when to tell the truth is the original meaning of verdict. Now, the most absurd shit is you showing off your wristband that you went to a Justin Bieber concert. That's just full of underage teenagers. You'll understand why I'd be concerned. But I'm baffled, because A, why would you hit that and be in a battle openly admit that you did that? But fuck it, I'm kicked back. Whereas you wouldn't jam if you are not alone. If you want to be starting something, Ollie blood on the dance floor, fam, you better leave me alone. You ain't a criminal. I guess it's human nature for you to want to act hard, but you need to look at the man in the mirror. It's pretty black and white, fam. You've been hiding behind the mask. Now this is it. The reason why I mention MJ and my grandma, because Dirty gonna die, yeah, and I'm bad enough to send him out with a banger. Now Dirty's real name is Callahan. Now if you plank, yeah, the character you named yourself after, you don't.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Right, so what I love about this is, right, in battle rap, again, if you're watching this, you're a battle rap fan, granted, so I'm telling you to suck eggs here. But in battle rap, it's generally considered quite bad form to be talking during your opponent's round. Not only that, but also consistently and to derail your opponent. What I love here is that Quill has decided to just look at that face, look at that deadpan expression of just going like, are you dumb? Like, it's the name of your character. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, it's moments like, look, so this is what I guess what I'm saying about the tournament and a few other things, right? The rules are you don't talk during your opponent's rounds. The guy's broken a rule, but he's afforded Quill an opportunity to have a moment, and that moment might sway the opinion of a crowd, or, like, if you clipped this, right, like, entitle it when Battler goes off script or something like that, this is a moment right here. This is great. See what I mean? Great. Fantastic.
His real name is Callahan. Now, if you blank out the can from Callahan, that's how you can spell Allah, fam. No rearranging letters to force an anagram.
That's good, Jimmy.
The one I'm seeking to find is Allah is Arabic, you're not Sheik or Sikh, lie. That's peak, my guy, but you can have that. That's wordplay. That's not even what I'm mad at. I mean, you don't follow the 5Ks. That means you disrespect your religion in more than 5 ways. Now I say more than, because he ain't getting away with being gay. I mean, you look like you've had so much dick in your mouth you can get a chick pregnant just by licking her out.
Ew.
Anyways, 5Ks. I mean, you're not allowed to cut your hair. Plus, you gotta carry a dagger everywhere. Now, understand, you ain't baptized. You ain't gotta follow the 5 symbols. See, I respect your religion. I disrespect that you don't represent it to the fullest. Now, either you don't see things through, or you're too scared to tell daddy you don't want to do this. Now, Your scar's beneficial. Your scar's beneficial because it's left me clueless. I mean, I've only just noticed you have a nose that's so huge you can roll up a doob and toke in this room, blow out the smoke, and your nose will hold all the fumes and no one will know there's a zoo. I mean, it's fucking... I mean, it's fucking ridiculous, blood. I bet girls will love it when you're using your tongue, so when you lick on the clit, your nose will hoover the rug. Nah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. That's just unused big nose bars for my elimination battle. Cause yeah, him and Twist. Cause you didn't get to Marvel in it before. I was gonna go ham. They were gonna call me Thor. But the thing is Tony eliminated the beast, and that's what caused off a storm, cause I was gonna raise hell. Boy, I was the fantastic out of the four. Now you ain't gangster, blood. If you ran to the Batmobile, I would slow it down. Cause I'm a monstrosity. Only way you wouldn't get this work is if I didn't show up to the showdown. Nah, fuck it. You mad right now. So I don't care if they ain't about to cheer. Cause I just dissed you. Use another man's slogan, I'll get him the fuck out of here.
Nice.
Kruger's thinking you're not welcome back again. Earth's thinking if he calls me Rowan, I'm gonna start slapping him. Hold it down, hold it down.
God damn it. Some things never change. Fucking hell. That one little throwaway comment gets a bigger reaction than anything else anyone said the whole night, I'm sure.
Kruger's thinking he's not welcome back again. Earth's thinking if he calls me Rowan, I'm gonna start slapping him. Mickey's thinking, well, Mickey don't know what the fuck's happening. Steffi's like he's crap for the interview, I ain't having it. It's just okay, like MA when he's battling, you're thinking you got back. Alright, let's reload that. Wait, MA, hit me with the okay, yeah? Hit me with the okay, yeah? Let's reload that. Alright. Hit me with the okay. Listen, Kruger's thinking he's not welcome back again. Earth's thinking if he calls me Rowan, I'm gonna start slapping him. Mickey's thinking, well, Mickey don't know what the fuck's happening. Steffi's like he's crap for the interview, I ain't having it.
He's really starting to come into the performing element. Look at him. He's really...
Fuck you for not ad-libbing.
Look at how he's growing into it. He's not quite there yet, but look, it's the level thing, man.
You thinking you got buried? You thinking you got buried, have to climb out and go back again. Bamalan thinking he's right for backing me to be arming him. Bagnall thinking it's another body in the bag. Finn Bentley's thinking, geez, I beg you say that, but back again. End of round three, end of round three, end of round three, and I'm feeling hella strong. No, I ain't going anywhere. Up at the cat.
There we go, boom. Crowd goes crazy for the last little bit. And there you go. Villain showing up at the end there, probably the judge. I'm not going to listen to the judging. So, a significant improvement in terms of overall disposition, in terms of the way he's writing his stuff, but we're still not quite over the immature sentiments of early 2010s Don't Flop in that most rounds you can pretty much bet are going to involve your mum, your missus, and some combination of those two things with a defining disrespectful erotic element thrown in for good measure in a disgusting fashion. It's pretty par for the course for Don't Flop of 2012, 2013. I will grant you, I'm glad things have moved on since. But you can see that already he's starting to cultivate that more theatrical style. And that's good, because I think, at the time at least, it's still primordial. So I think what he's got here is a great amount of panache. Like I say, that moment where he just went dead, just like, what are you talking about, mate? Like, it didn't faze him. That's the kind of moment that I think makes or breaks a person on the stage, and he fucking nailed it. So well done to him for that. Right, let's move on to what else? What do I have now? Let's have a look. Let me get rid of that one. So 2013. Okay, so I don't have any from 2014, I'm afraid to say. Throughout the rest of 2013, he battled in a 2-on-2 with Cracker versus Natural and Tongue Twister. And then he battled Zen. 2014, he battled Sus, Mickey Worthless, LNC. His first battle with Raptor Warhurst. I have the second one of those later on. And someone called Purpose. Then Harry Baker in 2015. Ogmios. And then what I do have, I have his battle against one Rum Nitty, who is apropos for now, of course, because, of course, the American side of things is really popping off. This took place on the 20th of June, 2015.
fucking good. Don't flop all fucking day. Hashtag DFAFD. We're back for one of the main events. First ever time in the Shire. Please make some noise. Let's go.
Cheers, I say.
Shouts to Bangor and crew for following me halfway across the world. We're back in the United States of America. This is the fourth battle of the day. It's one of the main events. It's going to be dope. We got a debut US opponent going up against one of my shooters out of London. All right, MC on my right hand side representing Don't Flop UK. If you ain't seen him before, make sure you check all his other battles. They're fucking classics. We got my dude Quill. Make some noise.
Nice. Let's go.
And on my left hand side out of Phoenix, we got a debut for Don't Flop. My man Rum Nitty. Make some noise. Shows off camera. It's going to be round number 1 on Rum. You know the score. This is
which is fantastic, except for we're not here for Rum Nitty. So let's move it along. Look at the chunk of video that's just taken that up there. Anyways. Right, let's go, Quill. Performance in the US, I presume in front of the US crowd as well, so I'm interested to see how they react to it.
hold it down!
Yo, for me, freestyling ain't an option. I'ma kill him without giving you suicide as an option. Yo, I'm guessing most of you ain't heard of me. I'm from England. Soon I'll go back and continue my murder spree. I'm Quill. Not the one with the mask like you know, Don, nor do I drop shit on stage. I spit my 3 rounds and I keep my clothes on. Yo, I was meant to battle in Detroit, but now I'm back on board like a b-boy. I'm going for his Achilles heel like a scene from Troy, Ferris Bueller. I ain't sleeping, but I'm using the body as a decoy. Fucking bone, man. Uno's gonna get the...
I wonder, that's already a precursor, I wonder, to the rest of this battle. Like, I haven't seen many American battlers, but whenever they try to reference British stuff, it always comes across as a bit contrived. But when they reference American stuff, it becomes confusing. I don't know how it reflects in the US. I don't know how much of British culture they really retain, but I know that they fucking react for their own cultural references, given how influential they are to the rest of the world. So all I'm saying is, already what you're seeing here is he's kicking off quite heavily with that. You're also seeing a more of a direction towards the crowd rather than his opponent. So from the first 2 battles where he's almost singularly focused on his opponent, he's already commanding more of the stage and more of the crowd. So that's a development from the 1st to the 5th to the 10th. It's an interesting development.
Straight, I admit Nitty's colder, right? So you getting smoked first. That's rollers, right? So I found your tunes when I typed you into YouTube. Now you're playing Colin Farrell. I'ma take shots at you for stepping into the booth, cause I think I'm Nino Brown. I think I'm Nino Brown. In a tune, that's what he say, but I don't see rum mixed with coke unless it's a Cuba Libre. Yeah. We passing weed and Monte Cristos, that's a Cuban relay. Even if you did have white, you ain't flipping it, getting rid of it quick. You look old, boy, but you ain't hitting those bricks. Come on. It's cool not to do what you say in your eyes, but don't act like you actually do this. Nitty, stay true to this. You ain't living the role you portraying. Daniel Day-Lewis, but if you do pull trays and aim shooters for the sake of firing arms, G. Mulan. Hide the fact you a bitch and sign up to the army. I mean, let's fucking go, man.
More aggression as well. Much more stern look on his face.
We can rumble to see if rum brawl like a soldier. It's Mario Winans. I give him 1 big hit, then it's over. So be careful with the role you like to portray, cause you can get rolled up on like a Raw's tray. And I don't condone this violence, but I got the cojones. You can get a slice in your neck like Coronas. Brother. Face paints. I'm drinking. Face paints, I put on tribal. Yo, face paints, I put on tribal lines. I fucking sneak up on my rival guys and beat them to death with a survival guide. Yo. And around 1, and I'm feeling hella strong. I ain't going anywhere. Put the cat on.
Okay. So, tiny little bit of aggression. That's the Corona line was sick. That was sick. No loose chat in the house. They're feeling that. What I'd love, by the way, is I've thrown it out there a few times. By the way, the lighting is terrible. Sorry about that, but I'm trying to relax here. I need anecdotes from some of these, man. If y'all, I'll say this as we're watching these. If any of y'all were here for these or saw these live, whatever, man, let me know what stories, let me know what talking points there were going into these, out of these, all the rest of the sort of stuff. Because all I can do is react to the battles, by the way. But what I'm reacting to here, already, again, more aggressive, more assertive, more direct to the crowd rather than the opponent. But I think part of that might be influenced by the fact that he's in America. So it's a different type of crowd. They're used to a different style, different cadence. Why is he talking so funny? That sort of business. So I'm not mad about that at all. I think in terms of the content of the round, like I said, that Corona line is what stuck with me because that's a cool line. I was anyway.
Yo.
Round 2 on Quill. Let's go.
Hold it down.
This guy is fully a twat. He's got a towel to wipe his sweat, and he's still not taking off his woolly hat.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. Listen, I'll demonstrate that by now. I was hot when I started this, and I took off my coat. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I can't keep the gimmick going all the time. Sometimes it's just fucking hot, and I gotta wear that. I gotta not sweat my balls off. But in battle rap, at least, if you rock up in something, you're supposed to wear it throughout the course of the event. The battlers are allowed to derobe, but only one item of clothing at a time. Don't ask me why. Them's just the rules.
Let's go! I found your name online. Cornell Powell. That name's...
Oh, wow. You gotta pop out of it.
That name's whiter than mine. But you want to stretch wordplay, I can write that, yeah. Who's corn, bro? And I'm the one who's tight in hair. Yeah? Hair, here. In my book, you can't get away with that. It ain't rap, the devil's in the detail. And every rhyme you morph in words. Greed, gluttony, envy, pride. You force in words.
Nice.
Stop forcing words, that's why I hate your rapping. You said if I punch a man chin, it ain't where Hugh Hef stay. I'm aware he doesn't live at the Playboy fucking mansion. Yeah?
Just about stuck that.
Yo, I'm aware you don't live at the Playboy mansion. I'm too fire. You just burning the candle at both ends. Getting gas with the guns. No country for old men. But you wanna drop But you wanna drop syllables and force them to reinforce you burst guns, okay. You getting Captain Morgan then if you wanna get dark, Rum. Yeah, you know your weapons, but you're in need of a flowing lesson. You rusty, like Brad Pitt in Ocean's 11. Your flow shit. Stop.
I count 5 American references, 6 if you count the Corona thing so far. Just if you're keeping count. Again, I'm only saying that because again, I'm curious as to how he's trying to relate and be relatable to the crowd, given that he is very obviously. It's not like there's ambiguity in his accent, the way he delivers it. He's so obviously. In fact, he's probably as y'all seen that. I forget what his name is. I think he's a comedian. That Vlad TV interview with the guy who says I can't stand British rappers, and it's like boppity boppity bop bop bitty bop bitty bop, and I'm like, you know, again, not to belabor the point, y'all in America know that there's fucking more than just one accent from London, right? Like, again, you wouldn't confuse Texans with Californians, with Carolinians, with fucking DC residents, with people from Ohio. So why do you assume that because our country is smaller than yours, we don't have individual regional accents? It baffles the mind. And so I guess what I'm saying to that point is that I'm somewhat impressed so far by how Quill's able to overcome that, because I think a lot of battlers at the moment would be immediately dismissed because of where they come from and the accent that they put forwards. He seems to be overcoming that with the references and by keeping it relatively simple. You haven't seen a lot of that sped up stuff that he was doing in the first 2 battles we previewed.
Denying.
It's smart.
Scar, drop the lion. Let me get on my killer steed, skin of vanilla gorilla, rip his figure to smithereens. I emphasize on the figure. I figured you might get that twisted around. I said gorilla cause I've knuckled down. I'm going 8 fully. I'm going 8 fully. You get zipped up over the head like a bait hoodie. Huh? Your bars ain't enough, yo. Call 911, calls come with that Chicago fire. Bars, this is art, I got a graph, my movement flawless. I made rap my hovercraft.
No fucking sleeping, man. I have minimal time to be writing some great shit. I've been working the grave shift. I hit you with the same shot.
So that's the first time in any of these battles so far I've seen him frustrated with the audience. That's interesting. He's starting to become that sort of very demanding performer that we've seen. You didn't see a lot of this back in the day where he was holding the audience to, sorry, not him. A lot of battlers in the day holding the audience to an account. So it's interesting. Again, especially on foreign soil. That's a dangerous tactic. Not necessarily advisable.
When I used to dig your grave with the body I bag it up. No diggity. I have the corpse riding shotgun like I got no dignity. To the 6 feet hole like dignity. See how I murdered and escorted the corpse? I'll murder and escort. I'm killing you abroad. And second thoughts, you can dig your own grave. I'm just taking your soul. You rep fourth quarter, it's only right that you making a hole. End of round 2, and I'm feeling hella strong. I ain't going anywhere. Put the kettle on.
Do they have kettles in America, by the way? I don't know. I feel like they do, but I feel like in America they only have coffee pots and. Yeah, I don't know, because I'm just realizing now his catchphrase is kettle. Kettle is such a kettle. Sorry, pronounce my T's. Kettle, is a very uniquely British-ism. I feel like. Hang on, 1 second. Indeed. Sorry, one of my regular viewers, Hadashrooms, has just messaged me a road, which is Lawn... Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Lawn Road. Isn't that cool? I am aware there's... Do you know what? That's depressing. There's more lawn roads in the UK than there are lawns, as best I can tell. So, yeah. Depressing. I also... I'm aware of the fact that there's also numerous... I think there's a village called Risley as well. So, I should move to one of those places and be important. But anyways, round 2. Probably not as strong as his first in this instance. I think his frustrations with the audience didn't help. I think when you getting frustrated with the audience, I think what I'd advise battlers to do from a fan's perspective is don't get frustrated or petulant. Focus on the performance. Focus on pressing forward to the next thing that might work, rather than getting frustrated with something that you wanted to get over that didn't. You're never going to convince people that what they think is wrong. You can only put forward a better argument and leave the door open for them to change their minds. And they're two different things. I think one more. Anyways, what was I saying? But yeah, I think in terms of disposition, in terms of delivery, in terms of his overall presentation, we're starting to see it more solidified in this battle than you've seen it in the previous ones. He's more quintessentially Quill here, minus his physicality still isn't quite here yet. He's still very... He's commanding the stage more. I'm not saying he isn't, but I say he's still much more focused on the content he's delivering rather than how he's delivering it necessarily. But still a good round. And again, considering that he's in America, I think he's doing quite well. So anyways, let's move it along to his final round. Where is he?
Niggas suicide, I'll do the job, you decide. Kill yourself.
Hold it down!
This is my first time here. For me, this is a whole new city. I like this United States, but I hate unity. I didn't know my bars as I was traveling across the Atlantic. As soon as I landed, girls telling me they love my accent. I'm thinking girls telling me they love my accent. I'm thinking it's good practice for when I spray at this event, because they telling me to slow it down and say it again. Then I realized because I say a sentence, they telling me to slow it down and say it again. Then I realized they just don't understand what I meant.
Very good. Very good.
It's hard, man. I mean, do you know what it's like to be looked down on? Of course you do. Look who I'm talking to.
Short jokes. We've got them. Nice.
I mean, with that, you ain't getting girls with that beard. You need a shave. Plus you need a
pretty
shave.
standard
Plus
beard.
you're either 5'4" or you're already knee deep in your grave.
Okay. Nice.
That's why unless it's a mojito, girls ain't backing wrong. Not even a gold Bacardi, whereas I've been going through Panani like Joey Tribbiani. After your battle with Danny Myers, you made a name for yourself. Yeah. Yo, after Danny Myers, you made a name for yourself. That's why I hope you train in Chicago, because you're about to be taking the L.
That's 9.
Your bars ain't enough. I got bars on my sleeve I can spit off the cuff. You just got bars about guns. In the first round you openly said it. I just see guns coming out this bitch's mouth. Golden eye opening credits.
I'll stay at 9. Golden eyes.
You get shanked quickly, thanks to gangster in this city. You ain't Al Capone and you ain't Frank Nitty. So let me get... So let me get frank, Nitty. Don't act like you're bursting back if someone's bucking the heater. Acid for power wouldn't run 100 meters. Lara Croft Butler, you're another body in the freezer. Come on, I'm wrapping circles around him.
That's the first video game, I think. Not necessarily up to this point. Obviously, we haven't reviewed every battle of his until this point. But in R3, that's the first video game reference, which becomes more prevalent later on. Because I don't know if I have it, but I know that he... In fact, it might have been before this. Unless he's... No, was it... No, that was against... Lazy Ass Jack, I think. Or was it Harry Baker? I can't remember. But he has a video game bars battle where it's just all video game bars. I don't think I have it. If we have time, I do want to view that one, because I thought that one was fun. But that's the first video game reference. Like it.
Art is spitting, that's the crown fountain. You need to make a man of yourself. Yeah? You need to make a man of yourself. I know Rum Nitty's trying to change the hand that he's dealt. So I'ma kill him like Myers. This rhymer's been in a time machine. I'll pen them all in the future. And I can testify that I get colder. Whereas your art don't stand the test of time like an ice sculpture. I'm vulture. Praying you were raised to the surface, cause I'm praying you're the same as a worm is. What's a gun rapper to a wordsmith? End of round 3, and I'm feeling hella strong. End of my round, Bagnall, get the edit on. Let's go. Nice.
Indeed, Bagnall, get that edit done. And he did a good job. Fine job. Fantastic job. There you go. So that's an international performance. I thought he dealt with the crowd well. Some guys might struggle in front of... I mean, some guys struggle regionally. You know, I'm usually from London, now I'm battling in Manchester, which I suppose makes sense to a certain degree because they're more territorial, and there's a rivalry of sorts, whereas I suppose you go to another country, it is just you're not from here, but there's no necessarily any there's no ill intent, I should say. But what I would say is that he was mindful and wrote to the crowd, which is great, fantastic, and I think he stuck the landing with it very, very well. I think the thing that I'm seeing at the moment, though, is a slight petulance with some of the stuff not landing and sticking in, and his performance, he wants to go at his own pace, and he's not quite getting there yet. So I'm interested to see how that develops. So from there, what do I have? I think I have the next one, actually, because then from there... So that's 2015. So that's 2015, and then he doubles with Impact versus Uno Lavos and JR Slander. And then at the end of 2015, on the 11th of November, I do have this battle. He takes on a pretty big name from back in the day, and indeed to this day, still a name for the CV that you'd want. One Charlie Clips. So let me bring that one up. Like I say, that one's from the 15th of November, 2015. Let me just change the volume just a bit. There we go. It's better. Now it's not blowing a hole in my speaker.
Yo, Don't Flop 7BW, we back, taking it back to that old street battle shit. Still
they're
here in
outside.
2015.
Wow.
One final time for the weekend. Make some noise!
Do you know what? Even though it's outside, it looks fine. It's good. They've got some elevation.
Around. It is Sunday evening.
Got enough light.
Yo, this clash was arranged real last minute. I'm talking literally about 24, 48 hours ago. Whatever is the middle of 24 and 48. That's when it was arranged. 36.
So 36, yeah.
That's why you own BattleRap.com. That's what I'm talking about. 36 hours.
Again, I know this is 10 years too late, so it's a bit late in the day for me to be giving this criticism. But it is for, okay, Battle Rap MCs of the world, okay? So y'all know you've got the event coming. Y'all know you got to be introducing shit to the camera. Okay. Here's a piece of advice. I want all of you to take it right now. All of you. I don't care how big you think you are, how long you've been doing it. Right. Listen to me carefully as I say this. Think about what you're going to say longer than 30 seconds before you're due to fucking say it. And you might not cock up basic math like, I don't know what's between 24 and 48. Who knows? Could be anything. And someone in the crowd can think faster than you to say 36. Again, Bruce Buffer has fucking cards written with shit that you think he says all the time. No, he preps for this stuff because he wants the presentation to look good and like he's actually fucked about what's going on in the ring. If you're not fucked enough to think about what the fuck you're going to say before the camera's rolled, it's a fucking terrible impression on your audience. Be professional and get your shit together before you go live. I know I am the last person in the world that should be shouting about this. I can barely get my technical stuff sorted. But I'm just saying, you own a league, or you're producing a league, or hosting a league. It's your fucking job to be prepared. Gah!
Hours ago, fuck it, we decided to do one final battle. My man Clips took this battle very last night. Quill needed to be on the card as well. As I said their names, let's get quickly into it. On my right hand side, Quill, make some noise, let's go!
Dot on
my
London.
left hand side, Charlie Clips.
In case you don't know where London is. Pagan's in the house. Hi, Pagan. Listen, I'll just say this for the record as well. I know I'm no fucking authority on battle rap. I don't own a league. I'm not a battler. I'm just a fan. I'm just saying, though, I've made a fair bit of content in the last 8 years. The number one thing you do to make sure that your shit gets across... Oh, is that Troy in the background? I can't tell. Prepare. Just fuck it. Have something to say. If you don't... The cardinal rule. If you don't have anything to say, shut the fuck up. If you do have something to say it with your fucking chest. There's no in-between when it comes to keeping and holding people's attention. Anyways.
Voice is a fucking disgrace. We flipped off camera. Quill's in there first. We have
Excellent.
1 4-minute round on the clock.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Yo. So one continuous 4-minute round on 48 hours or 24 hours notice. Depends on what's between those two things, but who knows? It's on Quill. Let's see what Quill has to do. Quill can do with 24 hours to 48 hours prep against one of the biggest names in battle rap at the time. Let's go.
I know we're outside, but we awake, yeah? Yeah!
Let's go.
You a lot bigger than Shine. Damn, I didn't plan this before. I think a couple of you, man, might have to give me a hand with his corpse. As for height,
because he's fat.
Man, you and Shine ain't the same. I didn't plan for this. I wasn't expecting you to take his place. I've only dug 5'7". Man, I've made a grave mistake. My material ain't the same. The body bag for K-Shine was tailor-made, but I'm Resident Evil. You know, the type of writer to save the game. So ringing me saying, Shine.
See, that's the second video game reference. That was criminally slept on. Typewriter to say... Quill, when you see this, no, I appreciated that. Lovely stuff.
Coming, you know, it sucks and he fucking sorry. I'm spitting out my cup of coffee. I said I was gunning for Shine. You know, Stu and Dee Dee picking up the Tommy. He said it cool. He said it's cool. He still got something for me. He said Chappie. He gonna give me another body. I said as long as it's not someone who just got dumpy by Shotty. He said no. Turned out it's real deal. I was ready for body bagging him. I was gonna seal deal quick. I was not haggling. Next day I get the call. Me and real deal are not battling. I said I just fucking wrote to you back. I said it's cool. You got this shit. I said I was firing my rounds. He said now you dropping clips.
Nice.
I said I ain't relying on clips. I'm Casey Jones with the hockey sticks. He said no. He said no. He's already landed. I said, okay, I'll take the day off. I ain't turning my back on the kills like Kate Moss. I feel like Rock Lee with the weights off. You killing your own image. Nicolas Cage and face off. Quill a Raptor for the title.
See now, I'll tell you what, man. I know it's probably stuff that again, a lot of this stuff isn't necessarily pickable. I think given the because this is just him because there's been a cancellation, because he's having to just write, get stuff on pad, get it out the door, make it good, make it memorable as much as you can. He's got license to just write whatever he wants. And I think that's kind of working for him because Quill's very creative, Quill's very exuberant, and he's very clever. So far, like, I know it's not dissing Charlie Clips all that much, but it's fun, it's entertaining, I like it.
That's what many say. Maybe we should battle to see the way. Anyway. Cheap shot, I need extra material, man. I've been at the events every day getting wave. But you still gonna get these bars, it's funny other than your battle. Mr. Freestyle here locked himself away. Pablo Escobar, I've been training, you know, Sylvester Stallone, cracking the X for the road, hitting the flesh in the cold, and running the steps in the snow. Whoa, judging by your frame.
And considering he would later so again, that's kind of an interesting foreshadowing for something that he then did as a promo trailer for his Arsenal battle. He did the whole Rocky montage thing, which it's kind of interesting seeing that pay off. So when did this take place? This is 2015, I think. Sorry, I keep referring back to my notes. Yeah, 2015, and then he battled Arsenal last year. So 9 years later, it pays off, and he makes a montage. That's kind of cool.
Charlie, you need a train better, fam. I will Mayweather, man. Combinations will open him up. I got a safe pair of hands.
Nice.
I got a safe pair of hands, but it's still getting dropped. We are not the same. I don't mention celebrities I hang with, but I'm dropping names. And yours is next, getting ripped in the middle, seeing as you ain't got core strength. That's no major surprise. Cortez, you fat, you not stocky or hench, but you want to do gun bars, fat boy? You will not beat me. Clips in a magazine, that's Weight Loss Weekly. I mean, look at your cheeks, G. His face looks like Hitch after he ate the fish. Bow select on some Craig David shit. I mean, Charlie Clips hiding freestyles under his bellies. He turned a Forrest Gump, though, he be running for Jenny's. I mean, I'm watching URL when studying for real deal. Shining him now, I'm not the same rhymer that I have been. The Devils took me from the Saints like Schneiderlin, so fuck it.
Nice.
Let's go, man.
Nice.
The Devils took me from the Saints like Schneiderlin, so fuck it. Let's do these sort of rhymes. I'll raise my voice, normalize. The 45 will scatter brains like he unorganized. Wait, I need to give my guns names and do slow it down sort of rhymes. I need a gun so big. No, I need it smooth, so it's got to hide. Mini Texas, hold him and I pocket nines. Wait a minute, Charlie, that could be the slow it down. Texas, hold him, pocket nines.
Nice. It's funny, again, little things like the fact that he's starting to rely more on himself than the crowd reaction. The fact that he's laying that sort of gotcha moment for the crowd and for his opponent, again, not necessarily aimed at his opponent. It's not a diss per se, but Quill is starting to really embrace this theatrical performative side. It's great. And it is always great when so there's a lot of times at the moment where I'm catching stuff and seeing the sequence as it happens, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a ride that can be taken on there, but I always love it when a battler knows that people are probably not catching it, go back and bring it in a way that isn't. It's not mocking their intelligence. It's that thing of you think about it in hindsight. It's like, actually, that was sick. I love moments like that. It's performative, it's intelligent, it's technical, but it allows the audience to stay to keep up to speed. It's great. It's a nice moment.
That could be the slow it down.
Say it again, everyone. But I was like, nah, let's go.
Where was I? Mini Texas, hold him and I pocket nines. This one called skate, this one called block. They gon' stop his grind. Wait a minute, matte black. This body ain't shine. Yeah.
This body ain't shine. Nice, matte black. Yeah, cool.
Yo, matte black. Buddy, this ain't shine, so I run up on clips while he freestyling. No grill, but a teeth diamonds. Robbing in my younger days like a teen titan. Masked up, hitting drums, Joey Jordison. See, that's lyricism. Fuck clips. Seems they let shine in, I'll have the axe killing him like Jack Nicholson.
Nice.
No. URLs turn me into one of them shooters. I'ma turn this dome to a stadium if he acting ruthless. JME gets shanked with the keys to the crib or the keys to the whip sting. Hit police from his lips. Rihanna put a piece to his ribs. Timberlake. I'll make him sing like a bitch. They put They put clips as the target. Now it's a shooting range. Now I can't talk about shooting true say. I mean, I've been banging out the new Call of Duty. Still can't even shoot straight. Can't even shoot straight. I bought that shit on Tuesday. That's like a week in 2 days. But you ain't got guns. I mean, either that fat smuggling guns through customs or Wizards sold you a gun in London. Yeah? Fuck it. Fuck it, I'll drop in arm bars to Ronda Rousey this one round and properly back to the funeral like you did with Surf. I've been at my desk dropping bodies like Mr. Burns, so I'ma take your stripes. So I'ma take your stripes, seen as that snake stayed by the hood like a Dodge Viper. I'ma use you for the higher views like a rock climber, seen as I didn't get to kill in the raised pit like a dog fighter. Yo, you can beat guys with freestyles. Unless it's me. Yesterday, you and Shotty was looking like an acceptance speech. I mean... Fuck it, end of round one, and I'm feeling hella strong. I ain't going anywhere. Up with the kettle.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So that was it, was it? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so that was it. Okay. So 48 hours to 24 hours, depending on how the math works. Against Charlie Clips, one of the biggest. Obviously, we didn't see Charlie Clips' rounds, but that was great. That was fantastic. Creative, funny. I think the crowd were really feeling it. I think the other thing about having the crowd outside in that situation, given that there's so many of them, I think a lot of them were actually keeping it down for the purpose of they really can't hear jack shit unless they do. It's funny, like, it kind of... That was a cool little vibe for a battle. Like, that was cool, man. Like, how they set that up and how it was executed. I think Quill was really reveling in it. I think he was enjoying himself quite thoroughly there. But again, I think the thing with that I take away is the fact that he was there was stuff directed at Clips, albeit he had to revert to the fat stuff quite a bit, and the gun stuff and Clips and all the rest of that sort of stuff, which is pretty self-evident in terms of writing scope. But when he was given license to just kind of do whatever he wanted to do, it was clever, it was fun, people caught it, and then he had that like little technical soliloquy in the middle to allow people to catch up. It's cool, man. I'm here for it. So that was kind of a cool moment. I think you agree. So we're now 3 or 4 battles in. I don't suppose anyone, because again, I like this being sort of a celebration of a battler. You know, I like it being this sort of let's all share what we like so far. What are we thinking so far in terms of Quill's journey up until this point? What did you like? What don't you like? What would you want to see more of? That sort of thing. While I'm doing that, let me try and fix, because the chat being disabled is really bugging me. So I'm going to try and fucking fix that. So bear with me. How are we all doing this evening, by the way? There's a few people watching now, so thanks for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time this evening to come and swing by and say hi. Obviously, No Loose Chat have been in the house. TMR's been in the house. Jimmy's been in the house. Pagan's been in the house. It's lovely to see you all. Yeah, how are we doing? And again, like I say, I want to hear what you guys think about the battle so far and what your prevailing impressions of Quill's career up until this point are. Like, what are we saying? I want to hear it. So can I get to it from here? Okay, I can. Maybe I can fix it from here. Bear with me. Come on. Let's do this. There we go. Right, let me pop it out there. Seeing a bit of the behind the scenes here. I apologise for that. Right. There we go. Right, click OK. It should then disappear. It should then reappear with the chat. I hope. Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's just fucked off for the... There it is! Yay! I fixed it live! Suck on that, motherfuckers! Look at that! I fixed it in real time. God, I'm good at what I do. It'd be scary if I was better. Anyways. So yeah, Quill so far, you've definitely seen strides and development. And I think the biggest thing that I've seen so far in terms of his development and disposition is this... He likes to be performative. We've seen that to date. But I think what you're starting to see is more leaning into that performative element and the writing feeding more into the attention on him rather than his opponent and the reactions of his opponent, which I love. I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. So, where was that? Let me get rid of it so I don't now have... So, let's go there. Delete. Right, so the next one that we go into 2016. We've got his battle against J-Pro. Then you've got Shorgy Bear, Ellipsis, and then one that I'm quite keen to see because, of course, I mean, you can have your debates about who's great and who's not. You can have your debates about who's good and who's not. One name that I feel like gets slept on perpetually these days because he wasn't as flamboyant. He didn't have so many memeable moments. But you fucking put him in a room with anybody else and you can't guarantee that he's not going to tear them apart. Is one Soul. And he took a battle with Soul on the 19th of November 2016, so nearly a year after his battle with Charlie Clips. So let's click into that one and let's sample that. Yada, yada, yada. Sorry. Right, let's go. Round 1 on Quill. There we go.
Man, I miss them good old days when Tone was the champ. Or before Soul got banned and Osh was the champ. I mean, April's the last time you was around spitting raps. You should ask the crowd for forgiveness. Cause you win out the title. To stay with someone who ain't won a battle in 260,000 minutes.
He's already popping Soul. Wow.
This out of the way early. This ain't gonna go how your last battle ended. In fact, I hope Raptor isn't mentioned, cause title or not, this the first time you really gonna have to defend it.
Tell him, man.
Before that title, everything was looking so rosy. Oh, that was looking so ropey. So you're a phony. You ain't as convincing on the throne as Tony and Rowan showed me. This time he sent you the coffin with a ghost emoji.
Which is interesting because I think it's Quill. It's Marlo and Ogmios on this same card. And Ogmios, it was Marlo that was like, didn't even name you, homie, just sent me the skull-faced emoji. Then the thing emoji. And so that became, Aaron, amazing about this one. I think I might have seen this one before, but I don't remember it. I probably watched it in prep for my Soul interviews. So I've probably only ever seen, if anything, I would have seen the Soul rounds. So and also interesting, again, I've just caught this even though I knew this. These two would go on to 2-on-2 for a compliments match, which I don't know if I downloaded, although I've seen it, thoroughly enjoyed it. The line that I take away from this one most, sex appeal, completed the treadmill, criminally slept on bar. But anyways, point being, I don't doubt it, Aaron, because you've got Soul, who, like I say, as much as I think people want to talk about GOATs, they want to name Shotty and all the rest of it. I don't think Shotty and Soul ever battled. I want to see Soul take on Shotty more than maybe any other battle. Like, if it happened, I need you to tell me when it happened and where it happened so I can watch it. Because the pinnacle of technical achievement in Soul versus the pinnacle of realization of potential in Shotty Horror. That's how I'll say it. Because I think Shotty Horror is the pinnacle of what battle rap achieved in the UK in terms of its reach. I watched it 3 times. Wow. So then this will be news to you. This won't be news to you then, Aaron. But Soul, man, amazing battler. But the fact that Quill, I think, is going to give him a good account of himself against the caliber of opponent like Soul, I don't doubt it for a second. Anyways, my point was that this whole didn't even name you, homie, just sent me the something emoji was a thing back in the day. Apparently, we don't see it anymore because I guess we don't send each other emojis. We send each other GIFs and reels now, I suppose.
It's time you sent you the coffin with a ghost emoji, 163 centimeters tall. Soul's already 6 feet below me. It's been a good year, don't flop. I've been working hard. Yeah, I made mistakes. What did he do? Defend his title. Oh, is that it? He's been playing it safe. He's a champion for himself. Before he's a champion for you, but who's the one who's been making champion moves? Blackout. Well done. You should have been on those planes with me, but while you content with being champion, I became the face of the league. What was it?
Nice. And again, not to belabor the point, Quill, maybe more than anyone else, has lobbied and rallied and cajoled and pressured and all the rest of this sort of stuff Patrick, Quill is fantastic. Yeah, I completely agree. Quill has tried to marry up not only his performative elements, his style, his panache, his technicality on stage, with a social media presence and this need to get out of the box of battle rap. So, do you know what? I know some people say that to floss or to kind of get over with the crowd. I think when Quill says it, he doesn't not believe it.
I went abroad and I had a board on my shoulders. I carried on flop. Rightfully, at some point, the fans got on my back. As for Blizzard, I'm sorry, I stand by my decision. Sometimes it's like that. As for my verse, yeah, I hold my hands high, that's my bad. But it ain't one of those, oh, I wish I could reverse time and go back. Cause whilst he was at home polishing his belt, man was out here flying the flag. He ain't right for the throne. He ain't right for the throne. Apart from the international guys that have flown, I went out and represented for everyone in this fucking building twice on my own. So what kind of position you think you want to be dissing me for not spitting against Blizzard when I'm putting in the work that you didn't? You done it.
Go on, bro. Go on.
He got that anti-Murray on us. Is he fucking kidding? You went to World Dom and represented Scotland. Man, I represented Britain. Now I so had that speech. He's putting everything into perspective. Like, oh, it's Scotland you represented. Yeah. Everyone on YouTube I've been forgetting. Everyone in this room have been neglected. Bagnall Kruger been neglected. Luna Heretic, Caliban, shut the fuck up. Especially when the disrespect don't stop. How is Organic giving you 4 chances to introduce yourself and not once have you mentioned Don't Flop? What's that about?
Woo! Okay. Quill referencing when Soul used the snake emoji line against Raptor, I think. Okay, fair enough. Well, this is the thing. I guess that became like a jump-off / reference point, which, by the way, I'm all for. I like there being like a common thread in people's battles on a league or on a card or whatever, where, again, like, it gives it a thematic resonance. I think sometimes one of the problems in battle rap currently is that you remember maybe lines in a battle or a round in a battle or a battle as a whole. I don't think there's a sequence of those things going backwards all the way back to an event in the same way that, again, using the wrestling analogy, if you say Hell in a Cell 2000 or fucking whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you need that sort of... okay, fair enough. Patrick's saying it's referenced a few times afterwards. Yes, I agree. So I'll deal with each of these individually, but yeah, the reference in this battle, and it gives it a more of a tentative link to a period of time or a series of events or a period in a career of a battler, right? Where that sort of common thread through battles is a good thing. Now, of course, it can be played out, but I like it. It's cool. But then Aaron's commented, Quill is obviously top tier, and he was never really bad. But there is a real sense of progression and improvement in almost every aspect of his battling. I think you're seeing that here. I think he's still not quite at this. In fact, I can tell you when he believes he made the step from this version of himself to what we currently see of Quill, and we will come to it. But at the moment, yes, so far I've not seen a bad performance from him. Every single performance, he's gotten steadily better, more assured, more confident, more holistic as a battler. Although it has to be said, my ability to stop battles at the right moment, it needs work, because that is not... I've done him no favours with where I've clicked pause there, have I? Anyways, let's get back to it.
Caught slipping and fell, so how you gonna throw away your support? You should get a people's elbow. I mean, you got...
Wrestling reference, nice.
You got the title. He got the title, but he's not the people's champ. You lost to Chris Lees, in fact. You having a right laugh, but it's cool, it's so. He's gonna recover quick like an ice bath. No, that didn't happen quite fast. In fact, it worsened as time passed. You choked against Caustic, then left to brew like a builder's tea. Now where were you when shots have been grinding? Go ahead, spill the beans. You disappeared. You disappeared. Couldn't handle a loss. Meanwhile, I'm reaching out for my goals at the hand of God. Yeah.
Nice. But again, Patrick, I mean, that's fine. Look, I think you'll agree. That's fine. I think, Patrick, what you were saying there is to a degree true, except for, again, I would credit Rick Charles for working pretty hard to make sure that isn't the case. I mean, I rely on his images in particular quite heavily to make my thumbnails. So just shout out to Rick Charles for the work he does as a photographer. He is a very handsome boy. You're quite right. Look at him. Look at how fucking handsome he is. I hate how fucking handsome he is. I want to punch him in his big, handsome fucking face. How handsome he is. Actually, I love Quill to death. But my point is that handsome man. But most battlers, if they're in the middle of the battle, it's never going to be a flattering angle. I take that point entirely. What the fuck was I talking about? I've completely lost my fucking... In fairness, though, again, Patrick, it's kind of a given when you pause someone in midstream, they're going to look fucking stupid. So, what was I saying? Oh, so from the first battle to now, his initial pose, disposition, the way he, he kind of leans into his opponent more directly. That sort of, it's a safety net. It's if I'm only looking at one person, I'm trying to keep the crowd out. I'm trying to not focus so much on all of that energy, what they're looking and saying and how they're sounding and feeling, right? Here, he is energy all directions. He is motionful. He is impacting every single way and trying to... He's casting his net as wide as he can, and that's the biggest change that I've seen so far. Obviously, and also his aggression levels are now much higher because his confidence is much higher. Much more visceral.
I'm reaching out for my goals at the hand of God. Gemini's proving he's been an animal on top since Panda Pops. And you want that? You want that? You're even there for the fans a lot. He's on that Gary Lineker behaviour. Oh, he hasn't been seen on the card. Now it's the birthday and he needed an ego massage, acting like a diva. Yeah, he been a menage. I put in Katie Piper work. Oh, I've been on a graph. You need to be dethroned, and whether gets only D's from. Remind me of a little kiddie wearing daddy's business suit. Like, oh, it's so cute, but even with a belt, he couldn't wear the trousers or walk in his shoes. I mean, he was nice against Major and Raptor. Outside of the title, your performances are having a real issue. Granted, you can bar, bro, but those wins are the only reason we feel Mitchell. The punches I land, Lord. You getting barred by me, so yeah, that was a soul bar. But he dropping bars and soul can't rap with me, so drop him quicker. Top spin, we are not the same, Don. I put a knife in a soul like James Bond, flame on. Go ahead, say a list of battlers' names that's forever long. How I'm supposed to owe something to the whatever crop. And nowadays I'm part of the fell-off crop. Like the last 2 years hasn't been me, Raptor, Shuffle, Gem and Shocks, but you from...
Interesting that he's referencing the crop thing. I think one of the most toxic things that we ever introduced into battle rap is this notion of crops, tiers, and all the rest of that sort of stuff, rather than just good performers and bad performers. This notion of, you've got to put in time, all the rest of it. I think, listen, man, I think you've got to go sporting with it, which is, are you good enough? Then you're good enough. It's not, right, you're really good with the crowd, you've got good lines, but you've not really put in the reps, and you've not really beaten anyone, so we're going to put you to one side for a second. It's like, listen, lads, I appreciate that this is probably a new notion here, or it's starting to become more of a notion at this point, but if I can plead with everyone within the fandom of UK Battle Rap, if people within the scene want to look at it that way, that's their prerogative. Us as fans... Let's just judge people whether or not we like them or we don't like what they do. That's all I'd ask. I think that's the barometer. If they get up on stage and do something that we find entertaining, fucking support it, back it. If they get up on stage and they're trash, don't watch their stuff or leave them a comment or, all the rest of it and just say, listen, you could do better. Rather than, well, he's good, but who has he beaten? It's like, yeah, but, you know what I mean? It's a bit of a tangent thought, I grant you, but it's something that I've seen referenced a lot, and I don't know who it helps. I really don't, because with all due respect, unless you want to go back through the history of Don't Flop in every league, tally up wins and losses, put it into a table, and then you actually have who is the best by definition based on everyone they beat versus everyone they lost to, then it's all subjective anyway. So, yeah, I just thought I'd add that in there because, again, he's referencing it here. Someone like Quill now... is not disputed. He's a top-tier talent. He's someone that you could book a main event around easily, right? And you can put him up against anyone and you could probably guarantee a performance. Whereas here, he's referencing the fact that he's being sort of looked down upon because of the crop he's in. And all I'm saying is, it wasn't helpful then, it isn't helpful now. That's just my view on that, though.
But you from that golden era, stop, I look around and you from that not to be here forever crop. So how's he gonna go on like our current roster won't last? Granted, Luna and Gris paved the way, but we've taken our own path. So how's he gonna be patronising when it's condescending? Oh, and Danny Jack had a better year than that champion, I almost forgot to mention. I'm from
That's a bold statement.
I'm from that Callum Boot Eking Gibbo crop. Yeah. He didn't mention my name in that scheme because he respect me. Now the crop top, oh, I see the belly. I've been training, you know, Rocky 3.
That cropped up, now I see the belly. Oh my days.
Each I'm locking speed bags with Apollo Creed. Now I'm a lockjaw to handle my biz. If the title's on the line, I'll be grabbing that shit. I ain't the type that let's go, champ. Shannon Briggs.
Woo! Okay. Let's go, champ. Shannon
I didn't
Briggs,
even want the
nice.
title yet. But Trump's become president and I'm not sure how much time we have left. I had one of the best webhams this year. On beat, you still need to prove you're a killer, Jed. I'm waiting for you to bring history through the booth like Bill and Ted. But you got...
Wow, that's a lot of Bill and Ted fans in the house.
But you got
excellent,
throwaway
dude.
bars. He's got throwaway bars. That's why you get his tape hold. Because ain't nobody playing his rap CD in the car unless it's Wayne's World. Yeah. I know, rap CD, Bohemian Rhapsody, Wayne's World. I ain't gonna go in on your relationship with your girl. Because my heart sank from the story. How he whipped fur long distance like Frankie the Tory. But I'll give you some advice. I'll give him some advice so he hasn't got to fly next time he wants to be hitting that. Before you're swiping your finger to match, you can actually lower the distance on the Tinder app. Oh, you did, my bad.
I can't do that, I'm afraid, Aaron. We've set a precedent now where we're only here for the person that we're talking about. So I'll tell you what I will do. We will get to Soul stuff when we do a retrospective on Soul. And that's coming. Be patient. There is a Soul retrospective that I am planning right now. I promise you. We will get to it. We will get to it.
Nah, they're saying beating Soul on paper can't be done. Like we hand our lyrics, he marks it and tells us who's won. Now, I'm sorry to mention names, but other than Ogden Ark, our champion is the least active battler on this card. So what's this year to us? You lot are familiar with the story about the tortoise and the hare, right? He can say whatever he wants about the road that I went by. It took me from his rear view to his headlights. Swat!
Nice.
Headlights, swat! I'm dead flag. You fucking fool. Yeah. I miss the old soul. The one that's spitting bars, the definition, and Jeffro, back when your pen game had death notes. Maybe it still does, hate knows, the old soul, that punch caustic in the face like he glitched code, no? I see it, like his fist thrown. How now we could punch on my primary school disco. Try that with me. Try that with me. I'll decapitate him, head in the fridge. Patrick Bateman, yeah. Fuck it, Theo on Wall Street, I ain't fucking leaving, cause I'm feeling hella strong, I ain't going anywhere. Let's go!
So we're up to the era where people catch the catchphrase. Aaron says, Soul says, you got a pack on your back, I got a nation on mine. Yeah, that the line I think of with Soul is against Raptor. And it's his first round when he's not acknowledging Raptor at all. He turns to the crowd and goes on about how he's forgot his rounds or whatever, and he goes, listen, I forgot one of my rounds, you forgot 28. And instantly the fucking crowd shifts from whatever Raptor just did to him, in the sense of he changed the paradigm. I have no doubt what he's about to say is absolutely incredible. I will take you at your word there, Aaron. However, It's Quill's show. Quill's the star today, so let's move on to Quill. In fact, did I miss something? Did I miss a whole round or something? Or did I just... I don't know. Weird. Anyways. Yeah, 27. Yeah, you're right. I just love that. The reason I love that is because that's so... is it one round each? Oh, that's why. Oh, okay. So that would be why he has an opportunity to clap back that way. Okay, fair enough. In that case, then that's Quill versus Soul. Sorry about that. I thought it was a 3-rounder. And yes, I have no doubt in my mind because again, I've seen that against Raptor, and that was unbelievable. I'd never seen anyone have that level of confidence when it comes to being completely honest with it, because he was spitting fucking 100% facts, man. Soul's so fucking good. But as far as Quill's round there, like making the case that he's inactive, making this notion that he is the champ if in nature, if not by name, having fun, you know, the sort of the you know what I mean? It's great. It's fantastic. And again, to do that against the caliber opponent like Soul, again, even more impressive, because you know that Soul is going to be... He's going to be dissecting absolutely every syllable of every word of every sentence. And yet Quill approached it with the aggression and demeanor of someone that was just looking to put on a performance. I think that's fantastic. So, let's move on. Because I think the next one takes place pretty soon after this. Because the next battle I have on the list... So that's in 2016 in November. We move on now to the 2nd of June, 2017. And I think this is the first of 2, but it's the only one that I have. Battle against one Unanymous. So let's pull that one up then, shall we? Let's move that over, if it will load. There we go.
Hey, what's good? Don't flop all fucking day. We're back here in the round.
No intro. Okay, fucking hell.
We have reached the main event of us fucking... fucking, let me do that again, sorry. What the fuck? I was about to say we reached the main event of the evening. It's the 2nd annual event, but fuck up on annual. We keep it going. This is you've been Frame times battle. MC on my right hand side in the main event this evening. One of the illest.
I'm not being funny. There's two things that, again, Quill, this got nothing to do with you, buddy, so I'm sorry I'm going off this tangent. Right. If I do this for the entire intro, you're on camera! Fucking hold it. There's a reason they hold it like this so that I can see your dumb face on camera, lad. Like, why do battle rap promoters make introing so hard? Why? It's not hard. It's the least difficult thing about everything you do is just to go, hi, here's a battle rap. Here's one bloke, here's another, your turn. It's that easy. How do you keep finding... And he fell off the stage.
This is in the game right now.
Get on
Make
with
some
it.
noise for Quill!
Yes, Quill. Hooray. Move on with it. Let's go. That's Gem in the front row, isn't it, as well? Wow, short-haired Gem.
Let me bring it up to speed. His mum brought him up on speed.
Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Hey, you're gonna make me reload it. Hey. You're gonna make me reload it. You lot help me out, yeah?
Okay. We're into proper theatricality now. He's got the crowd whistling.
Let me bring it up to speed. His mom put him up on speed. Speed like Keanu fucking Reeves, cause she above 50 and can't slow down. Wouldn't put the flakes aside like a snow. Wouldn't put the flakes aside like a snowplow, chasing the dragon, he flowing about this wind. Gwen Stefani,
Too much
ooh, I'm
talking in the
leaving,
crowd,
no doubt. I don't consider losing an option. Open casket, yeah, the body's suited for the coffin. He hops on the Twitter, turns into a trooper as soon as he logs in, internet gangster. We heard it all. Kaiser Sose, the usual suspect being verbal. Should've stopped with the herbal. Should've stopped with the herbal. All them drugs are bringing out the hater. You was fine on the weed, went to the powder later. Tommy went from green to white like the Power Rangers.
Because you referenced that the other day with the shotty stuff. So put a blade to your neck like the Green Ranger, or a blade to your mouth like the Green Ranger. I forget exactly what the line was. Has made that like a big thing because the Americans have bought into it and it's being shared like crazy. And then Quill comes, hey, just want to let you know I did this fucking 8 years ago. Again, part of the reason that I wanted to do this retrospective is because I think as much as Quill is revered to a large degree, and I think rightly so, I would argue still largely an untapped resource in the modern era when it comes to content, because a lot of his stuff holds up and he's still very entertaining, and his original stuff is very entertaining. Green to white like the Power Rangers, let's go.
It's your own fault. It's his own fault. By all that beef with her inflicted, I guess the white up his nose must have burnt the bridges, but... No, but to be fair to him, it's been a while since you've been cross on a stateless. In fact, it's ever since you lost your status. There really is no 3G in the sticks. He ain't been battling for a bit. Ain't even seen his face on track like the Stig. Now when BBC switched up Top Gear, he was so mad at them. How can they make a new season without James May, Jeremy Clarkson, and Richard Hamilton? Haven't you, Bella? We went to Weldon. I represented for Era, you already know. He represented a choke against Soul, a loss against Tone, 3 zips against Gem. Oh, you won against Cole. Then you lost against Sketch. Your form is whacker than ever. Now you calling me out. That was the error. But if he's keen on a rivalry on Patrick Vieira, you were...
Go on then. Fellow Arsenal fan on the front row, Gemini. Someone's going to get over with him.
Title contender, but those days are gone when you was in the ring. Tone had no competition like Crazy Frog. But somehow...
No competition like Crazy Frog. What?
But somehow the judges had his name when they counted the votes and the win.
I've noticed that about Unanimous. He really does not like people touching him. He really doesn't like people touching him. And this is the only thing I'll say again. 2 battlers of the world. The last thing you want to do is let anyone know that something bothered you. I don't care how petty it is. I don't care how small it is. If I tell people today that it bothers me, I don't know. When people wear 2 left shoes on their feet, it's like, it really winds me up. The next battle, the guy's going to turn up with 2 left shoes on his feet for the 1 round to wind you up. Because, of course, like, just don't do it to yourself. Anyways, sorry.
It was unanimously given to Tom. Now maybe that's because you unlikable being angry on the forums, or maybe, just maybe, because you try to win the title by being anti-abortion. Or maybe it's because he isn't honest and he tries to sell his bars like it is a promise, like that time you were picking up pyramids to stick it in the orifice, or that time you were fabricating Tony's sister on us, or that time you were real tight with the intern in Russell Simmons' office. You killed your battle with Shuffle Team.
He did.
The one where you're freestyling about who could be more gay, giving each other foreplay. Good job, bro. Probably your best performance today. And you could just be yourself. You could be yourself. You didn't have to mimic.
Wow.
You didn't have to mimic guys like you do disaster from performance to lyric-wise. Your last battle, 2 YouTube adverts in between the filler lines. Move your flaws aside. Keep it moving like Jamiroquai. I don't know. Move your flaws aside. Keep it moving like Jamiroquai. I don't mean when you put your lines on the mirror. I mean when you mirror lines like Frankie's boss. Go! Like Frankie's boss. Act like the villains Lee's rhymes, or when you said you couldn't handle bars with that moustache. Don't lie, that was arc. Even Lee's exposed you. I bet you didn't think Chris would. If we were battling the Lee's like we're supposed to, I would have had a sick punchline about Chris Wood, but fuck him. You are not sick if you're thinking he fly on me, argue with the chopsticks. But you are a veteran, Past it and too old for the battlefield. Back to Plymouth and battle on the field. I stay ready, I can accept the battle at any moment. On a day's notice, you can ask rolling. I stayed on my toes like Fifth Stone when he bowling. I'm taking our bodies like Uma Thurman, teddy bear rolling. You got head-butted by psychosis, and on cam, he said, I took it like a man. No, man ain't taking that shit, mate. I think you mean you took it and you ran. If he's if you see him at events, man, his movement is crooked, and it's mostly based on which way psychosis is looking. Disaster bullied you, and your hat got slapped, but fuck all this is, they didn't mean jack, cause you had Frankie. But fuck all this is, they didn't mean jack, cause he had Frankie to say fuck you, right?
Nice. Doesn't end on a catchphrase, sadly. Oh, that's disappointing. Anyways, Unanimous spits some stuff, and then we move on to Quill's second. Oh, we get a watch tap. Interesting. Did he go long? Alright, actually, if memory serves, remind me on this, Unanimous has a reputation for going long in his rounds, doesn't he? I believe that's a thing. At least I think that's a thing. Anyways, first round from Quill. Yeah. Really attacking the character of Unanimous, isn't he? Going after the style as well. Yeah. Pretty concise, pretty funny too. Yeah, again. Very good round. No notes.
What a game. Quill, round 2, let's go.
Let's go.
Alright, Quill, hold it down everyone, please. Yo. Final round of the battle. Final round, let's go.
I respect the
Wait, final? Final? What? Again, am I missing something here? Right, so that's his first. Okay. That's Unanimous. That's still Unanimous. That's still Unanimous. Right, okay.
Does that make me then? As for you...
What a game. Quill, round 2, let's go.
Okay, fair enough.
Alright, Quill, hold it down everyone, please. Final round of the battle.
Let's rattle through these next fucking 4 rounds then.
Champions. I just don't want to be them. I just want to defeat them. What does that make me then? As for you, you're a scumbag. You didn't turn up when given the fees by Cole. The fans wanted to see him. He didn't even show. Actually, that's probably a subject I should leave alone. Let's get past you no showing no shocks the rebel. Without a cause like you were James Dean. Let's talk about you hitting your ex in the face clean. You were in a cell, Android 18, but you got a new girl.
Wow, DBZ reference. Wow. So many of those these days.
Android 18, but you got a new... Let's go.
A lot of anime fans in the house.
But he's got a new girl, so you get to wipe the slate clean. And in his defense, what did you say? You only bust her lip because she was shit at sucking dick? So I hope you deep throating, otherwise he's deboing when Jem exposed you.
Wow.
I hope you deep throating, otherwise he's deboing. When Jem exposed you for hitting your girl, you said I didn't beat her up, you weak little fuck.
Shuffle referenced that in his battle, and I'm kind of amazed that that didn't have more staying power than it ultimately did. Because, like, again, like, in the scheme of things, like, I think it's because by that point probably it had been referenced a few times, but in modern day, like, having that kind of fucking dirt on your opponent will be fucking gold dust, man. Like, the battlers these days really only attack each other in terms of if they're good or not, or if they think they're boring or not, or if they're a nerd or not. I don't know. Maybe it's... I don't know. Maybe the current crop need a couple of really nasty bastards to be thrown in there to not only up the level of everybody because they're prepared to say some really heinous shit, but because they've done some heinous shit too, and it gives some people to write, something to write about. Anyways, he's going after it again.
Whether he's hitting his misses is hit and miss. No more lies. You got proven to be out of line in court. No Hawkeye. You got done with assault, right? 120 hours, work unpaid. But this is his 50th battle. Well, surely you can start giving him a wage. I mean... You rang me yesterday. You getting baby money. Now I know what lets you fight your rattle. I get paid more per round than you do per battle. This is facts. This is facts. That's why this is 2 rounds, Tommy. That doesn't matter to me when you look at the last 2 birthdays. I only need 1 round to have battle of the event. This is facts. I ain't saying it helped the rumours. We had a laugh. Her and myself a mused car. We knew you come knocking back for those pennies like Sheldon Cooper. I knew you wouldn't weather the storm like a trooper. Kruger got me playing Boba Fett. He said when you catch him, he's dead. Plus, he's been gone so long, he's one of the strangers. So Liam put a bag on his head. Yeah, you lost the Jed twice. You gave your soul to soul, but I couldn't bring you back to life. So back to reality. So back to reality. So back to reality. Your girlfriend is taking the piss out you, mate. I mean, you performing in different countries now. It's a shame. She getting free trips, spending half the amount he gets paid. He's sitting her down like this ain't a holiday. I'm just there to shout in his face. They barely stepped out of the plane. She got a snorkel, inflatable horse around her waist. You took the piss out your ex. Karma has it, your girl's taking the piss out of you more than you think. He's so thirsty. Man, go let Ruby con him for all of his drink. That reminds me.
He's having so much fun right now.
You still have to ask Liam. All because of bad bars when he had Rizzle kicks with him. He said he would jump, man. How pissed must you have been? All because they aired Jordan and now you have to kiss the rim. I mean... Yo, hey, can you not imagine when Unanimous got vexed, walking around, kicking inanimate objects like...
Wow.
Heretic and Jordan from Rizzle kicks. I'ma contort their body form and then board it with pyramids. Yeah. Do you know what he tweeted when he got banned? I want all my followers to @don'tflop and #FreeUnan. Oh my God!
They did it.
You see, you
Free Unan.
You
Fuck.
made me laugh. Fear made you take Darth Vader's path. Jafar, where you snake the staff. Trying to claw your way back. He's trying to claw his way back, but couldn't save face with Vegas mask. I leave him in a case of emergency. You know, break the glass, taste the shards. Tommy Villis getting knocked for 6, and he's not ready for all that. Philip and Gary Neville, I make his brothers fall back. When I run up in his house, sunshine.
Although Phil never did become a midfielder.
When I run up in his house, cause a casualty cost. Have you operated in ER with bodies in scrubs? What I'm saying is you need doctors for TV. Fuck's sake, am I going overheads? Is he still playing 5-a-side? I like you, Tommy, but I really want to fight this guy. I don't know if he gives you pussy and you act like you ride or die, or it's just the blood from my Irish side. After your title shot, you provided the rope, I'm here to tie the knot. In your performance, you getting hype a lot. In his performance, he getting hype a lot. I'm like Conor and Floyd. Are we gonna fucking fight or not?
For y'all too young to remember, you have no idea how long we fucking waited for that fight. I think it was 5-6 years since it was floated to when it actually happened. 5 years too late. God damn, is he right about that? God damn. Pacquiao was even worse.
I got playground games for this playground bully, but I know he get nervous, so I stop before I touch the pussy. Yo, remembers that one?
Wow.
Yo, I ain't fucking leaving. Man, I get my Venga on. End of round 2. I ain't fucking leaving. Man, I get my Venga on. End of round 2, and I'm feeling hella strong. I ain't going anywhere.
Properly into his crowd control element there. So yeah, he was snapping there towards the end. Had a lot of fun. I think what he did there though is he didn't go too visceral. I think he crossed the line to a certain degree of what his opponent would have been comfortable with, all told. But I think he still kept it light, Levitas fun. Yeah, I think he did good. I think that was a really interesting showing, a really entertaining battle. 2 rounds though. The fuck is that about? But yeah, both rounds commandeering. Again, properly now into his stage control element. Very aware of the audience, very aware of the camera. Referential, but not too heavy with it. Less technical this time round. I think he was much more concerned with the Yunan as an opponent, and rightly so. Yunan can be very dangerous and very, very, visceral and aggressive, so you want to be mindful of that. So fantastic. So we're up to 2018 now, but before we go any further, I am in desperate need of the loot. So I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. So I would advise you to go and grab a cup of something hot or cold, depending on your preference, and I'll see you back here in 5 minutes to continue with our Quill retrospective. And we're back. Welcome back to this Quill UK Battle Rap Career Retrospective. So, we have just finished our reaction to his two-round battle against one Unanimous. And I feel like we should have a bit of a palate cleanser now. So, let's go to... Let's get rid of that. Oh, okay, I must have not deleted it. Okay, so let's get rid of that one too. So, where are we up to? So, we're up to 2017. 2018, we have Bobby Rex, Raptor, Koj, DNA, and Real Deal. I actually have two from this year. I have his battle against DNA, which was a world title match, and Real Deal, which is over here, and that was for Code Red, so that was for a different league. So I tell you what, let's go into DNA first, because I have no idea what world title they're battling for, and I'd be quite interested to see what he's battling for. So let's have a look. Let's go there. Nice. Don't X flop. 4 sponsors. Nice. Have I gone deaf?
Welcome back. This is the Don't Flop 10th birthday tour. We are here Saturday, 20th of October. It's a Saturday night party. We're here at Slaughtered Lamb in East London. Don't Flop, please show me some fucking love right now. Let's go!
Appreciate it.
Massive love to the Slaughtered Lamb for having us out on this beautiful Saturday evening for Battle Rap. We're about to get into one of the main events of the day. With no further ado, MC on my right hand side, he's a challenger because both of them are challengers. This is a title that's never been won or lost before. My man, the Don't Flop veteran, the fucking killer, Quill, make some noise!
So this is for a new title, I guess.
Let's go, Quill! And on the left hand side, he's appeared with Don't Flop numerous times in numerous continents, countries, cities, villages, hamlets, whatever. You know the fucking name. DNA, make some noise!
He's wearing a boxing outfit and a title.
Alright. Yo,
Okay.
massive love to Versus and everyone behind Versus. Please go to vsfilm.co.uk and support British Battle Rap and global Battle Rap.
Wasn't Versus the Shotty film? Shotty and Shuffle T were in that one, right? I feel like that was they did a premiere with some battles taking place, didn't they? So again, how times change.
All right, DNA won the flip. He chose Quill to go first. It is the first ever Don't Flop world title match. Start off, Quill. Let's go.
A world title.
You lot fucking ready, yeah?
Are you ready, Quill?
Wait a minute. Let me start again. Inconsiderate me. Man can't join in because of his missing teeth. Lucky for you.
Petty.
Man can't join in.
I must be honest, by the way, I'm not feeling the whistling as a kickoff to the battle. I get he's trying to start something signature or have some audience participation, but I feel like it just sounds bad. I'm not a fan.
Me, man can't join in because of his missing teeth. Lucky for you, it's not a pistol I squeeze. Screwdriver to the face. Now you can whistle through your cheek. Blood, I was shot in. Before DNA was a stem cell. Back when the block was flames like Grenfell. Blood is doggy dog on my estate of 8 friends. Better watch my space. Go ahead, shoot me in the chest, fam. Don't think I would die straight. It's been a long time since my heart's been in the right place. What happened with Chest and Steams? Huh? You didn't do shit when Shine got shot. You disappeared as soon as somebody might get snuffed in your battles. You talk a lot of imaginary fights cards and haven't mentioned it once. Guess that's the first rule of Fight Club. You don't want to let shit fly. Mr. T, of course he ain't got attitude. Man can't even kiss his teeth. Look, I'll reenact it, just in case you missed the beef. You're like, oh shit, someone go throw their fist at me, put Shine in front, the way they go miss their swing, there's people behind, let me slip in between. He did the whole fucking Homer Simpson meme. What happened to the iron you were waving about? Cause when steam pressed, you got straightened out. You didn't do shit whilst they're pushing on the professor. You should have gone gorilla on chest like Conor McGregor. Why? It's cool. K-Shine's like, you always talk about guns, let the 9 fly, my guy, and DNA's there like, oh yeah, psych, I lied. I love watching you trying to stop K-Shine from getting you both beat up. He should have won a Nobel Peace Prize, like, at least twice. I mean, Michael Buffer, you're there at the scene of the fight, and K-Shine turned Thanos and you disappear as soon as he's beefing, guys. I mean, no? K-Shine turned Thanos, you disappear as soon as he's beefing, guys. I mean, no one's hurt. My bad. Used to fuck shit up in different ways. Karma Sutra, you weren't drinking at the birthdays. Used to fuck shit up in different ways. Karma Sutra, you weren't drinking at the birthdays. Party pooper, you were killing it in Leeds. Mark for Duke, fourth birthday, I was in the front row. I love that disaster DNA. Long time since those skills have been on show. Used to have that piff. I was bumping your songs, bro. Now you get exposed by a fan. Marilyn Monroe, now my idols are rivals. Cause I got achievements. Lately I'm killing everyone I used to love like Tommy Egan. I don't search for you now though. Cause you're way past your best shit, so don't ask me if I'm still watching like I'm binging on Netflix. Blood, you wouldn't take the title if this is a compilation of your best bits. You get spun on the throne like Fresh Prince. You then run away with it. Harvey said your music is trash. What happened to your bars then? You ain't suited for the booth. Clark Kent, I killed off his Uncle Charlie. 2.5 men if you want to call it.
He's going.
Being suited for the booth. Clark Kent, I killed off his Uncle Charlie. 2.5 men if you won't call the kid a midday. Like after 2 in the mask, then turn up to the funeral. Dumping season, fuck a good morning. I ain't one for greetings. Lately you calling yourself the champ for no fucking reason. When I'm taking the belt, mama's beatings. DNA, you call yourself the champ, but you've never fought for a belt. Well, for this one, I'll leave you laying in a pool of yourself, you pussy old.
Very aggressive start to the proceedings here from Quill. Uncharacteristically, given the battles we've seen so far, he's really kind of he's really letting him have it here, very aggressively. It's probably because of the nature of the opponent. Obviously, the American battlers have a much more, not aggressive, that's the wrong word, but the content of their stuff is much more deliberately provocative. I will literally kill you, I will shoot you, I'll stab you, all the rest of that sort of stuff, in a way that is probably hard to sit there and just listen to someone take without it escalating into that thing of, well, go on then. In Quill's case, I think he's just trying to fight fire with fire. Anyway,
let's go.
Second round. I don't know what he's got in his ears, by the way. Is that a mic or?
Glad you had fun doing your freestyles and messing around. I'm quite impressed that you came here with the balls to wear your fucking Nana's dressing gown. But he's wild though. How's man gonna call himself the champ when I think his belt like Jose Aldo, blood? Throw that shit. You know that shit. Bro, said, how about DNA? That's a big name star. I said, cool, easy views. And I ain't gotta train hard, just make sure he hasn't got 8 battles on the same card. I mean, you're on ESPN doing bars with sport. We're seen as queens in the UK. I think he'd be a grass in court, especially when Clips' dad is his father-in-law. Especially when Clips' dad is his father-in-law, your penmanship, Tim Henman shit. Your freestyles are a smokescreen that you're sending the audience, your content is weak, you fool them with your performances, I'm more like a trick with Teller, I let my pen do the talking. Bro, your pen ain't worthy. He said I'll put both hands on a 12 like 11:30. That is awful, my friend. But then I caught him again. He said I put both hands on the 9 like it's 9:45. Well, that's close.
Very good.
That's close
Very
to
good.
being right, but it's not. And then what did you say against Rock? If you shoot 8:59, you'll see 9 on the dot. Now that's very fucking close. But 8:59 is not 9 on the dot.
I think this is, again, this is interesting in hindsight because this is what battle rap does so well sometimes. It allows battlers to go to revise the stories other battlers tell to use it against them for future reference. So in this instance, he's coming back through, and I think it's that the nomenclature of using an opponent's greatest strength against them by effectively weaponizing the absurdity of what they're saying in a moment that gets a reaction, but then clearer heads prevailing when you recontextualize it and present it in a different way. It's clever and it's creative, and the fact that he's having fun with it, fantastic. I love it.
DNA, I think you need to learn how to tell the time on the clock. But that's just like when we're fighting, kids, because when you get clocked with these hands, you won't know what time it is. Cocking a machete.
Nice.
Wait, that sounds like a glitch with Tommy Vercetti. When it comes to you American battlers, if there's one thing I hate, why is this square circle get a slot with a 9 and dot when you get, bro? Why do you always rap about numbers and shapes? Raising a 9. Well, you could have raised the Tamagotchi. NWX is... You could have raised the Tamagotchi. NWX is dancers now. You ain't acting properly. Jetson's themes you can't master. You were dancing like a Jabberwocky. Do you remember? Or should I rewind? Do you remember? Or should I rewind? When you was doing the rewind, we were getting a mind from him. Against JC, K-Shine did the fucking engine. Against JC, you come sliding in. It was all jazz hands with K-Shine on the side with him now. The only reason I bring up all the dancing and miming is to tell you to back off, and that's kind of my thing. Dance moves the only time you'll shoot on a block. Boy, seeing as you love guns, you can kiss the Glock. Give Tay the next shot, we can do a milli rock. How's NWX got no leaders? Cause your group of followers, that's your answer. How you got no diversity, yet you're all full of backup dancers? Fuck your guns, I don't need it. Go ahead, attack, boss. Let's go end how Conor Khabib did. You lot are asleep, kid. Fucking gun. I throw a gun, I can't lie, I never fight one of them.
Wow. You, like Conor Khabib did, man, you lot are asleep, kid. Nice. I mean, not the strongest jump off to a scheme, but like, again, it speaks to this notion that Quill he's got that balance between preparation, of course, because you have to in order to make sure you're executing this the way you envisage, but remaining prescient to the moment. Like the 2 times we've seen so far him potentially lose the plot because of audience or his opponent's interference, he's turned it to his advantage. Well done.
The knife not escape so quick in a swoosh when I slice him again right across his face. He ain't open up his iPhone 10 before he can lift up the burners. Butterfly to the stomach where you think that he nervous. Talking of nervous, that's something like a proper mock. Whether you're being sick on stage, you're choking in front of M like Papa Doc. You was Eminem in front of Eminem, just not the one you hope to be. He was the one being sick, choking in the opening scene. Knees weak, arms are heavy, vomit on his sweater already. His mom's legs are spaghetti, they're nervous. Let's fucking go, man.
Let's go. Second round. again, he's matching the energy and intensity to a large degree here, and it's great. I think I love what I'm seeing so far in terms of how voracious he is, because that's quintessentially Quill. Did DNA choke his round or something?
Good, yeah, for the final round.
Okay, all right, fair enough. But I think what we're seeing up to this point is the development of being able to go after an opponent's perceived weak points on a sustained basis. Like, he is making it his business to craft rounds without as much filler as possible, to make sure that everything that he's saying is as impactful as possible. When he does feel the need to go on a tangent or take a little bit of a detour in order to get to his point, I think that's when he emphasizes the delivery and the theatricality to a certain degree at the moment. And he's wise to that. It's good. Final round, let's go.
Let's go. So in your battles, you said how your dad's in heaven and he loves you. But then you said how you used to beat up your mother and it fucked you. When he was alive, he wasn't a man you can look up to. So now that he's dead, what makes you think he's in a place you can look up to?
That's rough.
You never had a father figure.
That's rough.
That's why you infatuated with clips. You want to be fat like Charlie. You got to psych out loud and bring it back like Charlie. You got to admit you even rap like Charlie. Or you gonna leave me hanging, see you even act like Charlie. When you did the video after cancelling our battle, I was like, I can't be arsed with this fool. He just lying through his tooth. You don't write any bars.
Wow.
You don't write any bars at all. He just Jersey twerk for the money. It wasn't.
I've got to be honest, I quite like writing like that. You know, it catches an audience, because I think an audience expects stuff at the end or in the middle, right? But when you open up, right, when you open up with a line that catches an audience off guard like that, yes, it maybe derails your momentum to a certain degree in the short term, but I think it keeps an audience on their toes. It's good.
Craft at all, he got fed getting twerked. Don't that sound like carnival? First battle, you cancelled against Marlo and Shuffle T. Second battle, you cancelled because some kerfuffle with your teeth. Now imagine my reaction when I find out that's the reason he can spit. I was like, yeah, his teeth fucked up. I guess it seems legit. Guess this ain't the first time you're gonna lose a crown. PG killer could be anybody in the proving grounds as long as he's not getting root canal. Blood, I had beef with before it was popular.
Wow.
Real facts.
I'll just pause there and let that hang in there. Wow. Okay. Oh man, it's all okay when it's said on stage, but say it on a live stream or say it on Twitter, the whole fucking genre goes after you.
Haters don't know the details, they just quick off the mark like who didn't even spit, he just sit at the bar. Real heads know I wear my heart on my sleeve. Never been a fake G, couple of these battlers snake me. Nando's was the last supper, already knew who was gonna betray me. I was catching hate G, back when battlers were bending over backwards. What? Cause I had a backbone. Couple of battlers were scared of losing, their fans were not getting picked for a card. Bro, half the battlers that don't fuck with you now are the ones that were licking your ass. I declined that title. My pride was something I couldn't swallow them. Back when there were 1,000 people, I could have fucking increased my views and increased my following. Back when there was 1,000 people clapping, the rooms were shaking, the feet were stamping, but I took it now, cause now is when they need a champion. Liam and Kruger, I love you forever, fam, but don't flop is flopping, they need me more than it ever has. I'll be honest, bro, I'm not even sure it's the right thing I'm doing. It's all types of different shit I'm thinking. All I know is I'm a captain. Of course I was gonna be here when the ship was sinking. I ain't going anywhere. I ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, not being funny. Should not be clapping at that. He should be looking sternly at Quill saying, what are you talking about, the ship sinking? I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it fucking sucks here, lads. Yeah, he's right. What the fuck are you doing? Quill's 100% right, by the way. I'm not debating him when it comes to that, like the idea of it, because, I mean, look at the stats, lads. I'm just saying from a promoter's perspective, you don't stand on ceremony when someone's calling you promotion a shit house. Clapping that shit, what the fuck?
I ain't going anywhere. When I told him about the cat, I wasn't thinking about the tea. You accept bows, thinking about the figures and the fees. I'm trying to carry something that's way bigger than me. There's a couple battles that are nearly touching fame, but they can't battle in case they lose. It's really gonna damage their name. I mean, what happened to the champ? What a hero shocks is. Where's Gemini? Probably hiding behind his 0 losses. Blood, your crew touch each other's arse. What kind of crew are you from? You leave events with red bottom. Christian Louboutin.
You leave events with Red Box. Christian Louboutin, you went viral at first. Well, I'll turn Queens to Raccoon City when I combine some herbs. Sit back and write the verse. Yeah. Steve McLaren with the umbrella. You managed to stay dry. Yeah, your 2-on-2s were crazy at the start. Till you started dressing up and playing the part. Getting lazy with a cross. Brooks in Shawshank. He killed himself when he got away from them bars. Oh, what are you thinking? Oh, what are you thinking? Letting him do a battle on Skype. What's next? A fucking FaceTime? While he's taking a shit? And it's a 2-on-2 with K-Shine? Get caught with a belt, I ain't here to waste time. Slider, I'm hungry for a ghost. King of the dog not willing to pay you low, so they cut off D like fucking Greyjoy in Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm fucking spaz. Storming a spaz. I'm just playing games. Jersey looking quite nice, my name is James. He's not the only one who can freestyle with him back. Jack, I'll tell you what, you're gonna love London tonight, girl. It's actually true, she got red hair, but I want that hair to be blue. And I'm round 3, and I'm feeling hella strong, I ain't going anywhere!
Cool. There you go. So, starting to see the claims of carrying this. I mean, you saw that with Soul to a certain degree, but now you're starting to see it really permeate. This notion that he's trying to save a dying scene, that he's trying to carry the promotion on his back, that he's demanding more, and da-da-da-da-da. That's starting to... And this is back in fucking 2018. So he's been flying that flag for a while, and he was flying it all the way up until 2024, so God bless him for it. Right, I do want to fast forward a little bit now, because I'm conscious of the fact that we've been going for 2.5 hours, and we still have quite a bit to go. So the next one I want to do is just because it is significant in the landscape of UK Battle Rap, especially now that effectively the title's defunct. I want to now go to the title match between him and Craft D, where he won the title. I believe I've seen this battle once before, but it was a long time ago, so let's go.
I'm going to do exactly what battle rap fans expect, what they want to see.
Boring.
Try and
People
bring
expect you to be boring, bro.
People expect me to be boring. You say that, and if you make that mistake, that exact same mistake again that everyone else does, come into the match, come into the title match, calling me boring, and then get out entertained by me.
Is
which
he
is
wearing?
what's been happening?
Too creative. You think I'm gonna call
and it
you
happened
boring?
last time as well.
I'm not sure. Is that so? This is a Don't Flop video, a Don't Flop promo. He's wearing a Premier Battles hoodie. I feel like. I feel like Quill's wearing a Premier Battles hoodie as he's cutting a promo for Don't Flop. That's hilarious.
And I'm not going to call you boring. The two main things I think I'll say about you. I'm not going to say them, bruv, because I'm too creative for you, bruv. Watch the levels.
And I think the difference here that you're seeing is something that you don't see in other battlers. He's cutting a promo right now. Crafty is cutting... he's trying to, I don't know, be diplomatic to a certain degree. Quill is seizing the opportunity to cut a promo on Craft D.
UK Battle Rap, watch the levels that I'm going to set against this guy. Different levels, bruv.
Tell me why you think you're going to beat me.
He's even tossing him a softball saying, like, why do you think you're going to beat me? Like, the answer's irrelevant at that point. Like,
better writer than you. I think I have more variety in my style than you. I think I do more different things in a battle. I think you kind of do these quick...
It's why, with all due respect to Quill, if he's not going to be battling in the tournament, I want more than most things for him to be the background guy with the microphone. I want him to be a behind-the-scenes guy, or I want him to be an influencer, analyst, pundit, whatever you want to call it. I'd love to see Quill involved with the tournament through that prism, because I think he's better equipped than most to be able to do
fire
it.
punches, very quick setup.
In fact, both of them are wearing... He's wearing a Premier Battles sticker, and he's got a Premier Battles hoodie on. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you've got a certain structure you use, and I dip in and out of that and bring different flavors, comedy, bars, and just kind of float through it.
You think you're more versatile than me?
100%.
Let's say you lose. What's next for you?
I'm not going to answer that right now.
You haven't got an answer.
So, Quill, if you win, who do you want next year?
Bro, I want Gemini. Let's go. Gemini for the title. Let's fucking go, bro. I'm not joking around, yeah? You want to do this comeback thing? I saw you tonight, yeah? Let's go, bro.
Not being funny. Again, this is just me here. Again, this is maybe pro wrestling talk. If I'm one of these guys, right, and I've got the guy there talking about battles after... Man, cut that talk off. Like, what other battles? You're not... No. You don't get it. You're not beating me. Like, why are you talking about something that doesn't concern anyone because it's never going to happen? You got to beat me first. He's just letting it happen. Like... I get it's battle rap and it's supposed to be not, again, it's kayfabe and everything, but you're on camera now. This is battle rap. It's the kayfabe moment. You can't let him just say that. Come on now.
No, you want to call my name? He's my brethren, so it's nothing like that, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? I love you, Jem. Let's go. But like I said, I'm trying to create artwork now, yeah? You're one of the best in the UK, undefeated. I'm telling you, I'm different levels now. Let's fucking go. Don't flop. Titles. Jem.
Whoever mixed the sound on this needs to let him finish talking before they bring up the levels.
But good luck, man. It's going to be a good battle.
You know what? Let's do it. Love.
Big up, don't flop.
While we're rocking Premier Battles merch.
On my right hand side,
right.
defend.
Let's get on with it. Round 1 on Quill. Let's go. Wow. The levels of fucking... Oh, man. Oh, it's hard to watch the decline in real time. Like, yeah, the levels of production. Although, I can see right off the bat, I can see Cooper, I can see Sean Cray, Balski, and Reverse, and Will Ross, Kingsley Thunder, LS Dean... Lot of faces, not many fans.
He teaches children with disadvantages how to rap.
He does.
And now they're even disadvantaged with that. Why does it sound like your tongue is flat every time that you spat? Sing it's not. Sing it's not. Proper shit, man. I got a quiz. Why does he sound like that? I mean, it's not a list. Well, I ain't positive. Look, I don't know what it is, but his students have a speech impediment when their course done. Of course I have the front to crease when craft a trainer like Air Force One. Boy, the fact that he beat me. I had to take a look at myself in the mirror, trying to find that desire. My eyes are looking at my reflection like, Quill, why couldn't you find that desire prior, man? You should have proved you can at least your boots. Instead, you turned up in some designer sliders, smashed. Now there's smoke in the mirror, and I'm not a firefighter. Down, why am I beating myself up over this continuation? Like liar, boy, you took around. Let's go.
Guys, I think you're seeing he is entering his final evolution as a performer now. Up until his current incarnation, obviously, he doesn't necessarily have to stop evolving at this point. He can progress from here. However, you're starting to see like that. He's performing now in a much more verbose sense of that word. He is using the space to tell stories within the space. He's not necessarily just rapping. He's now acting. He's now stage performing. He's now setting a scene. He's performing within the context and confines of that scene, eliciting a lot of imagery and then bringing it back with the versatility of his verbiage. He is now entering this period of time now where he's the most complete he has been as an on-stage performer.
You took a round off me, now I want it back. I wasn't hungry, yeah, you were properly brag. I had a lot on my plate, now I'm bringing it back home like a doggy bag. That loss was a pain in my back, it kept me up at night. You'd be thinking I'd be sleeping on a bed of long nails, but now I came through his home just to kill him. It's like I'm treading on snails. In case you cannot tell, I am still really hurt, champ. I can't let that 1-0 fly like Dennis Burkamp. Maybe it's thoughts of 9/11 trying to rematch me now because you thought it was one craft, but there's a second time where it really comes crashing down. Ashing clouds. But there's a second time where it really comes crashing down. Ashing clouds, manic crowds, panic sounds. You need to step back, sir. Only fireman allowed. This is Ivan.
Nice.
Allowed. This is Ivan Drago's ring entrance, coming up from the raised ground, planes around, fireworks, glitter rains down. He's Apollo Creed, coming out to James Brown, living in America. That same sound, entertain the crowd. I come to your backyard.
So even like, I know this is such a subtle thing now to point out, but his movement, it's that he's fucking like he's moving like a Harry Potter character, like glides into view. You know what I mean? Like, no one moves like Quill in battle rap. Everyone else has a very music video style delivery where they're conscious of where their opponent is and where the camera is. They stay static, but when they move, that clunkiness follows them, except for what they pre-arrange. Like, they practice their hand gestures in advance so that they can use it to mentally reset. He is working the space, but he's working it in a very unique way. Again, no one else moves like Quill, let alone performs like Quill.
This is your playground, ding, ding. Oh, we survived one round with you. So we're getting brave now, telling not to throw in that blood-stained towel, but now you're getting laid out, face down in that same round. Oh, because of that exhibition, you thought injuries would be minimized. Cut the movie, guys. Here's where the difference lies. I don't have to question if he dies. This is for every time you kept the score like a baby. Shooting stars, I'm going all out tooth and nail, using heart. This is not Top Gun. I am not cruising craft. I've helped pave the way. You never got to choose your path. You just follow who's in charge, like you open Ivan Ooze's jaw. Where I am going to war. We can get Spielberg to the...
That's sad. Reverse wanted to clap that, and he's not allowed to because rules. That's such a... Oh, obviously, baby rugby shirt wearing Reverse. Reverse now would look at Reverse then and go, my friend, you need a glow up. Catch Reverse at an event now. Handsome man. Very handsome young man. Glowed up all the way. But yeah, it's sad. Clap your clap, young man.
The next movie part is D-Day. And before you get to the coast, the army's got casualties.
Also, oh my god, that's hilarious. LS Dean towards Quill's right is wearing a Premier Battles hoodie. Hilarious. Again, not on my own promotion, but I'm sorry, is that a Premier Battles hoodie? Yeah, you're not wearing it on camera at a Don't Flop event. Like, yeah, that's what you want to do. Remind your audience that there's a better competitor out there. That's great idea.
He's got soldiers picking up a blown up arm piece, explosions, blood flowing through open arteries. Want to go to war and crafty? Get loaded and march, please. But I just came to coast on craft. But it's more like Tom Hanks going to Omaha Beach when... Boy, I will send you to sleep like a hypnotist. Watch me swinging left and right until they tell me to snap him out of it. Then you're back in the room. But until then, you're going to be dreaming about things that ain't actually true. Like how you add value to the title, when in reality, it's the title that's been adding value to you. I am the big dog. We are not the same breed up in the yard. You need to hush, puppy. You have a squeaky little bark. I'll let you keep up on my arm. Are you blind, dog? Can you not see that we are leagues apart? And I say that with chest. I am speaking from the heart. Let's go. Let's go.
Round one. Good. Again, you're seeing, this final evolution of Quill into his final incarnation of theatrical, performative, elusive in his movement. He told me that he has a disposition towards struggling in the later rounds, and he's more of a front runner in terms of his battles. But I haven't noticed a drop off in any of his rounds so far, so I'm looking forward to seeing if that happens, because I haven't noticed it yet. I think he's delivered strong performances throughout so far. Again, not to be funny, I love the fact that this is the best editing that the Don't Flop can do at this point. Again, not to belabor the point, I actually applied to edit for Don't Flop at one point, and I can guarantee you I'd have done better than this dog shit. Whoever did this should be ashamed of yourself. It's terrible. Although I'm given to understand that gives direction on how these edits are produced, so maybe it's the director's fault. Difficult to.
So you were the one texting on behalf of Press 1. When he had the footage for the battle and was told he would leave here, Press 1 would go online, throw a tantrum and tweet shit, and bro, I have seen it. You was texting that please, he didn't mean it. Let's just forget everything that happened this past weekend. Now when you ring you get through to the Don't Flop switchboard. Let me tell you guys, for these mid-tier battlers, it's a really big problem. To be a secretary for your friend, Press 1. Well, you should you should have held out for all other options, but you pressed the issue even though pressed the issue. And now Press 1's ventriloquist is crafty. Sat up and cross knee, his arm reached deep up his arse cheeks, communicating for him because he can't speak. Oh my days, it's sooty and cross sweet.
Sooty and sweet. Wow.
I know, that's why his title is in a safe place, protected by the MI5 agency, in a display case, bulletproof, triple glazing screen. There's a voice activation that will raise the screen for the ginger hair scan, a fingerprint tracing scheme. Then it's onto the Mission Impossible laser beams, dodging darts that spray through steam. The last room is the Squid Games door, and when it turns, you better stay and free. Then there it is. On a pillar from ancient Greece, you go to grab it, and the whole room fills up with gas, and you need to hold your breath until it's safe to breathe. I ain't going through all that. Don't make me crease tonight, Danny Pandolfi. You are gonna hand me that trophy. You didn't even earn your shot. Saying gave the dog a bone isn't far-fetched. Now you got a target on your head, cause since then it crashed on me like a car wreck. Now when we talk positive about the title, it's Premier Battles or the past tense. I'm so numb to it now, I am past tense. Making people lose interest is craft. I'm so numb to it now, I am past tense. Making people lose interest is craft strength. Now his name is just chilling on dead wood like a memorial park bench. You made it look... Like a memorial park bench, you made it look harder than it looks. Like Fabian Barthez, boy, you can check boy, you can check the data on.
That, see, now it's sad because it's making me feel more and more dated the more and more he goes, because the younger viewers probably don't remember Fabian Barthez, and if you Google him, he might look so-so, might not. Fabian Barthez was a period of United's history where you thought, right, he's a World Cup winning goalkeeper, but he is objectively shit. Like, he makes game-losing decisions. But if you're just a young'un who will Google him or Wikipedia him, he might just look indifferent. Man, you just had to be there.
Craft like Star Trek, ain't nobody in the UK can say they've had their round skip more than you can. Everybody watched Tommy Willis's first, then they skipped a second round on you, Nan. I didn't even know.
And that's another, again, I like the YouTube referencing stuff. I think the pinnacle of that was Marlo and Shuffle kind of alluding to it, because they were aware that people were doing it. So, yeah. It's always a handy thing to say, yep, we skip you. Because this is a weird thing. These days, I don't do that. I'm not sure if you do this. I used to, back in the day, though, if I had a battler I really liked, I would just watch their rounds. Like, I don't know why I did that, though. Like, it's like, I get that I wanted to see more of that battler, but, like, the reason a battle is good is because of the back and forth and the reaction of the other guy if he's losing or winning. Like, these days, though, I watch full battles, ironically enough, not today, but mostly, yeah, if I chuck a battle on, it's because I want to see how the battle goes with a guy I like in it.
You won the title till Shuffle was battling you, fam. Have you seen YouTube has a new feature now, where he shows you the most replayed part on his battles is where his opponents end. Where his round ends and then his opponents fuck that one. But anyway, he never really won a title, man. But he needs the title for the entitlement. He has to hold it and keep it boring. This man is corny. That's why he only battles when it's mandatory. It's the only time he gets the big name opponents he reaches from the mid-tier. Where he hopes, he squeezes, he tries to hold on. It's shameless, but he openly leeches. And now we like Mona Lisa, just known for the features. But he ain't the one painting those strokes of genius. Now we like... And now he's like Mona Lisa, just known for the features, but he ain't the one painting no strokes as genius. Soon it'll be over and you'll be on press one shoulder in pieces, and he'll be like, Danny, it's cool. I recorded it all in my folders a secret, fucked off, bloody upload and release it.
Jimmy comes in, yeah, I only skip retrospectively if I know there's a trash round coming up. That's the weird thing. I don't rewatch a lot of battles these days. I tend to watch it and then I've got it sort of, not in the memory bank, but like my impression of it. But like, yeah, I haven't skipped rounds from like if I watch it because I want to watch a battle. Let's say I'm not doing content. I want to watch a battle. I've done that recently with I watched Bobby versus Sean Cray. I've watched Quill versus Koj. A few others that I haven't done content for. Or I've just sort of written my assessment of the round, put the comment, left it. Yeah, I never really skip anything these days. I want to watch the full battle. But back in the day when I was younger, this is back when it was like, I would have been 24, 25. Yeah, used to skip rounds all the time.
To be a secretary. Fuck, press one said you know he don't mean it, plus I've been told he delete it. Let's go! Let's go!
Round two, okay. Maybe not quite as strong as his first round, I feel like. But yes, this is... I know this, because again, I remember this. This here is what I would consider to be the real birth of what we now know as Quill. The first example I remember seeing of the theatricality extending to a preposterous degree with a performer that I don't think anyone's really come close to him since. Maybe Gast in the sense of how much physicality they're willing to bring into the performance, but this is the first, and I'd argue it's the first of many utilizations of props and gimmicks in a very creative way.
Once again, he has successfully defended the title. The fans are happy, as you can see. He is literally floating on air. It's been a long time since his losing streak. He's proven he can out-joke me. He outwrote me by using schemes, looking smoother than ever. Blonde hair and a suit that's cream. There's a gold statue in Bristol City Centre saying UK's finest on a plaque, cause that's what he's proven to be. All of a sudden he's running to be hugging press one, but he ain't moving scenes. He tries shouting, press, press, but no one can hear your useless screams. All of a sudden he's coming to a conclusion. It's not so confusion, it's not an illusion to be. Shit, guys, you forgot to tell me to wake him up. Stupid me back in the room, Croft. You've been in a lucid dream if you think you're beating me when the title ain't what it used to be. It was for the best known. I remember Sensor, O, Steph, Tom, C major, the pen game, Death Note, but show.
I don't know what he's talking about. This is the best open to the battle so far.
In the base of the league, and everybody left, bro. The prestige that it had from the previous champs. Oh, this man robbed it. Back the fuck up. This man robbed it. I can't stick up for him. He had a map and a plan for it whilst everybody was outside. You were the inside man. You weren't even sat in the stands watching. We couldn't find him when the brand's flopping. Oh, you've been holding the fans hostage.
And for me, having seen him, so full disclosure, when I interviewed Quill, I'd only had a tertiary awareness of him prior. And then I saw him at Plug 3 and looked into a few, and then it was this battle that started my interest in Quill on a more serious basis, because I'd never seen anything like this before. I'd seen crowd participation, you know, throw to the crowd. I'd seen this is back in the day when I forget what his stage name was. Heavy Spoilers, the Heavy Spoilers guy. I'd seen Shuffle throw to him to do a line. You know, all sorts. I'd never seen someone put on a fucking balaclava and hold a member of the audience hostage. Fucking brilliant. Brilliant.
You've been holding the fans hostage. Oh, we cracked it.
Which is, I'll freeze frame it there because I used that as a thumbnail at one point, because everyone in the crowd is laughing and he is fully in character at this point. But when you watch how he opens this segment, no one's sure whether or not they like it or not. They're like, what's he doing? Not sure about this. Such conviction and such belief in what he's doing. He is executing it to absolute perfection. And this probably is what won him the title, because what can Craft D do about this? The answer? Nothing.
Putting something to a safe place. They couldn't wait to get away, but you want today, I could bank on it. All you see was getting fed outside, so now my hands above my head like, oh, how are you giving these marked shots? Actually, you're also on trial for being an accomplice. That's the reason that everybody has fucked off. Now it's only you two.
And that's what's also incredible about Quill. He's the person that embodies the aspect of battle rap, that if it's battle rap and it's for the fans and it's entertainment, I can say and do whatever I want. Again, I get us trying to no-sell it, but I guarantee you, if he'd have asked her in advance, am I allowed to say this, would say, fuck no, you're not allowed to bury me. Fucking promoter. But because Quill is just doing it, he can just do it, man.
I care about the title, let's keep it real. You captain this.
That's an ironic line in hindsight, because proved, actually, no, I couldn't give less of a shit about the title. That's why I've discontinued it.
You fell asleep at the wheel, thought I was hot-headed before. Boy, my face about to fucking melt. Craft, you were quick to put down the sails. You wasn't brave at the helm. Guys, this shit's about to sink. And I can't scuba dive, and I ain't been training with Phelps. So why did I get on board, huh? I'm just taking the title, then I'm saving myself. Then I'll go up north and I'ma claim me a belt. No, no, no! You would love it if I was to jump ship. If I'm right, I'm going down. I mean, throwing water at the buckets. He's the guy in Titanic. They're like, women and children first. And he's like, fuck it.
Boys is going insane here. This is insanity right now.
This title can be used as a real opportunity, a beacon of unity to heal our community and return this culture to the scene that it used to be. Oh, you really sold us a battle. You really sold us a story of battle raps, rags to riches, and how you're gonna adapt the system. Meanwhile, Premier battles are broken away. And what's your plans to bridge it? In fact, can you fix it? You're supposed to expand the business, but you debranded the image. It used to have a family spirit. What about the decline in the analytics and the tickets? Fans are missing. You were happy bragging about.
Jesus Christ.
Say it again.
Well, you really sold us a story of battle raps, rags to riches, and how you're gonna adapt the system. Meanwhile, Premier battles are broken away. What's your plans to bridge it? In fact, can you fix it? You're supposed to expand the business, but you debranded the image. It used to have a family spirit. What about the decline in the analytics and the tickets? Fans are missing, boy. You're happy bragging about the title, but you've abandoned all the baggage with it. Look, I'm just here to give you a hand. You're already at your limit. See, I'm a champion without the title, and that's the difference. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been performing for Don't Flop for 10 years. 10 years now, guys. and I'm still feeling hella strong. I ain't going anywhere. I put the kettle on.
Damn. A title-winning performance for the fucking ages. Clicked on the wrong one there. Fucking hell. Damn. Like, I get it. Oh, I've got to watch that later then. Oh, man. Strong. Yeah, strong. Memorable. 100% facts. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Absolute insanity. I mean, I get the battle rap. Battle rap has its twists and turns in terms of what is hot, what's not, what audiences do and don't like, what the battlers like, what they don't like. But I think Quill is the first person to really stamp his authority on what he wants to do, but also make it indelibly his, but make it work. I think some battlers can be guilty of sometimes trying to stamp authority in ways that they shouldn't be, because the idea isn't actually good enough to run with. Some battlers don't ever bother doing that. Yes, indeed he has, Jimmy. Yes, he has. Also, I'll just point out, if anyone's watching this now, I don't hate you if you want to go and watch the drop from Prem. Prem have just dropped, I presume, an update video saying something to the effect of his Premier Battle's over. I guess it's to answer a lot of the tournament questions. So I do not hate you at all if you want to go check that out. This will be here when that's done. But back to Quill. And the fact that this was the performance that won him the title. Well earned, man. I think he was a breath of fresh air for the scene when it needed it. He was someone that was willing to try and embrace the nature of virality in battle rap that it could be, and provide as much content and as much opportunity for that as he possibly could. And since has done everything he can to reinforce that notion. And yeah, just fair play. Fair play. I know some people clown on it for whatever reason. Some people mock it for whatever reason. Some people don't fuck with it for whatever reason. But me, I'm sorry, man. I absolutely adore it. So what I am going to do, because I'm conscious that we're 3 hours in, is I'm going to skip ahead a little bit now. So we're going to get to some of his more recent stuff. If I bring up what is probably one of his biggest coup de grace. Where is it? Oh, was that in 2022? Have I skipped? I might have skipped ahead a lot. Oh, so maybe that was maybe I've skipped ahead too far. Maybe this was in 2022. Ooh. Oops. Soz. Because I want to show now. Where is it? A battle that only involves Quill. But trust me, it's worth watching because he does everything he can with it, and fair play to him.
So, where is...
This is, for Don't Flop, this is his Georgie Roots battle that Georgie Roots was not, just didn't show up, apparently.
It's the new 00 agent. He's gonna be late for the mission. The students have already arrived. Hi, I'm Q, the guy who makes the equipment. Equipped with the new state-of-the-art bulletproof frames and glass, even airbags in case of collision. Detachable templates with the best blade in them, and yes, you guessed it, X-ray vision. This might not be the best made decision.
Which, again, man, I love this phase of his career where he's having fun with coming up with a notion or a gimmick or something that he wants to bring to the attention of the fans and just running with it, man. I love it. It's fantastic. It's fun. It's funny. And the thing is, something like this is so clippable, so memeable. You can turn this into a short in 2 seconds. Battle rapper, turned James Bond, whatever. It'll, again, if Quill or anyone that is associated with Quill could go through his catalogue, find moments like this, clip it up. As much as I get that there are other battlers trying to do this at the moment, he is uniquely placed because his stuff can translate to the algorithm really, really well.
Chasing a villain on the roof, click the screws, poof, parachute. You can escape with them. Equipped with explosives, but please, my future 00s, let's stay hidden. Due to the loss of the last agent, they don't have lasers in them, but if you triple tap the frame, 100% pepper spray precision. Now, Money Penny, where is Double O Root? So I guess the guy's already gone to save Brit. Banner drops out. That's something that some of you would fear. I'm a different breed. I'm a body and worse than if he was here. They say the UK's gone downhill. The fact he's the best newcomer is the proof. I'm from that 2012. I kill a crop. Look, you can't even see the roots. Penn State. Isn't that the name of his crew? Saying they gon' reach for the sky, but he pulling them back. What's next? I got a snake in my boots. You can count my body's Deadpool when he lay down and shoot. Georgie Roots official. Commented saying our body Quill. Then saying the account was fake was his claim. Knew I'd break him bad. Soon as he decided to say my name. He got a frog in his throat like he David Blaine. Acting as if that grammar was someone else. Fraser Crane, that status stayed up as long as a paper plane. Knew he was wrong route and decided to stay in your lane. Let's go! Telling me he don't want this smoke. When he messaged me on Facebook with the emoji of the face shirt. So why did he have a change of heart? Perhaps he started thinking clear. Knew I was catching bodies in the fiddlers before he was old enough to be drinking. How you really been, fam?
Facts.
How you really been?
Facts.
His writing don't compare to the old Quill. He needs to start nursing the pen like Sarah Schofield. Georgie gonna end up in the gutter if he keeps running up his boat still. When I was dropping Metal Gear bars, we couldn't find him on the roster. But now he the poster. Boy, I'ma show you what I've been hiding in the locker. I've been on the big stages. I've been on the big stages. Since then he hasn't been involved. When you cop him, he just spray in the pits like the Fresh Prince intro. Boy, yeah, I've been under the bright lights. There's still question marks under the bright lights. Can he perform? I can have a man missing. Still transition slicker than Will Smith in Miami. This a veteran. This is a veteran. He's a cocky child. How's that bum gonna call my name like a pocket doll with a sloppy
So dumb. So dumb.
Style. I told you I envisioned it all. I told you that guy would drop out. Man, he's so predictable. I could just imagine the post like jumpers in the summers when we kicking bull. Yeah, I visualize my goals. Yeah, I visualize my goals. Yeah, I visualize my goals. But my lines are for the throat. Wolf of Wall Street, but the wolf is in the room. The sideman played by Georgie Roots, and in this scene, Donnie has bitten off more than he can chew. Yeah. Even his crew come to watch me. That's guys that are in your own circle. He's already the shell of an artist, like a Ninja Turtle. The fact that he's in a battle rap group, the fact he's in a battle rap group is actually retarded. He don't even know them dons. How can he really have their back regardless? If I was to give him an ultimatum to escape the body bag for the carcass, I bet you turn to a grassroots like Hackney Marshes. Man tried to flow major. He can't rap like Marcus. They're both raised in East. He told me in those ends he ain't even sorta known. They've never saw him in bowl. But he's acting like his guys are shot in all sorts of blow. Fam, they don't whip it. It's been a long time since those dogs were running around Wolverhampton. Yes. But man said he's from East. And everyday G's were having him up. What do you know about my rock star life? Being raised in Liberty. Having to move to Vice City and start handling drugs. In a yard like Scarface. With man that you trust. Only to be backstabbed by Lance Vance after running shit in Malibu. After running shit in Malibu Club, that's real shit. You could have fathomed the stuff, damn it was tough. And now the guy is somewhere in East Anglia calling man Dread. Looking at
Shout out to East Anglia.
Looking like the moaning myrtle of the poetry circle. Fam, when he does bars about
It's weird, but I'm sorry to point this out. It's so weird seeing Kinnell without a beard now. That boy is clean shaven, and these days, the man looks like Mick Foley. Like, it's just so crazy seeing him without a beard.
People's girls, there's no effort. It's lazy. I'm offended. My writing is what separates me. If I'm getting head off this lady, it's why she pregs with his baby like Seven with Kevin Spacey. Whoa! His story would have ended with a nil like Gavin and Stacey. It was him that changed it from a 3-rounder to 1. Either it was to cut the time down, or one of you motherfuckers told him I wrote 2 rounds about his girl's eyebrows. I swear. It
audience.
It's not a bad crowd either.
Cancel the battle. Texting her saying I'm the fucking guy. Oh, he's the fucking guy. Is he on fucking Spice? It was because of me. He got through the first round of the tournament. Everyone's saying Sless got robbed on the night. I don't think he let the hype get to his head. I guess I judged you wrong twice, but watch out, ladies. Watch out, ladies. He's the fucking guy. The kid's lost, gone bougie. Roxy battle Tony. Free promo. Can't act like my plan's not gone smoothly. I had that cat putting in the work for me like Hong Kong Fooey. The fucking ego around him. I thought that he was a sound kid, but now I ain't even got to dig up dirt. Roots pulled out because he couldn't stay grounded.
Let's go, Quill, man.
Free license to dunk
It was
on him,
me.
man. Taking it to the advantage.
It was me that helped him with his pay when his dough was slacking. Soon as he went to Tony, we look after his business. It's like Mo's Tavern. It was me. It was me that helped him with his pay. I've been doing this for a decade. I'm certain of his worth. Why am I trying to make friends? Gunther, I love green, but I had to work for that perk. Boy, it was me. It was me that gave him the momentum that he needed from Anarchy. But I'm a different beast at rapping G. Yeah, the punches connect, but it's not all in actuality. Some you have to read in between the lines. The beauty undercover, like Miss Congeniality. I've got about one back.
God, the editing is so bad. Again, I'm sorry to bang, because it's not Quill's fault. And if I was Quill, again, watching this back, the first phone call I make is like, right, who the fuck edited this? Right. The panning shots are terrible because they're jarry. I'm also... why is the camera not on me? Like, it's distracting is what it is. And I know that's not a hottest take. Don't Flop's production, not good. But I'm just saying, in the context of a battle where there's only one battler, like... you don't have to worry about two guys. Just put both of them on him and make it feel more dynamic.
About one battle left that you can squeeze out of me, and I'ma do it at the birthday. It's all cool, bullying Danny Jack until someone steps up in Earth's face. What Alright, the young buck needs to learn, yeah. If you lot that are the fucking guys. End of round one, and I'm feeling hella strong.
There we go. And I only wanted to showcase that because, again, the theatricality of that first little cue bit, fun. It's just fun, man. Like, and I think that's the thing that if I'm selling Quill to people and saying, look, you've never heard of Quill, okay, here's his deal. He tries to make battle rap fun for audience members. Number one, he tries to put on a show for the camera. Number two, but he never loses sight of the purpose of why he's there, which is to fucking kill his opponent. Number three. And I would argue, again, over time, you've seen a development, a growth, a progression in almost every facet of his game. So, what we're going to move on to now, though, is kind of a weird bit. Because, like I said, I don't necessarily want to dwell on battles that I've done 4-1s for. However, I would be doing Quill a disservice if I didn't showcase a battle, or rather a round, with a moment in it that I think... was never... It's a crime it was never capitalized on. I understand why. I disagree with why, though, wholeheartedly. So, let's go to here. Let's move it along. So, this is Quill versus Vizual for the Plug 3. I was at this event. I am in, as your screen, I am down into the left-hand side. Not going to show the full rounds, as in all 3 rounds. I'm only going to show you the first one because I think it has one of the biggest potential drop ball moments in modern UK battle rap history.
I've always with the match days, it's a 3-round battle and it is judged. Viz won the flip. Round 1 up, Quill. Let's go, bro.
So let's
go. Now for this battle, I've had to cut back the theatrics.
Lies.
Against you, I'm gonna lose
Lies.
if I'm using that same style. Wait a minute. Why am I acting like I ain't got visual? Jamie Foxx says Ray Charles, I respect, not so mutual. I have never lost to the new school, so how was Shotty giving this the approval? Now I can't even shake your manager's hand. If I do, then it's Thomas too cool, cause for me, this battle is...
Because for me, this battle is paradise on the bottle. Man, this guy swallowing Malibu Spirit, changed his Twitter bio to future champ. And I ain't mad that you did it, but you really thought Bizzo was gonna be showing you the ropes. And instead, Shotty is hanging you with it, boy, you. Instead, Shotty is hanging you with it, boy, you are dispensable. Didn't your team have Raptor in it, but they were quick to reverse that decision?
Damn.
Fuck if it's crucifix. Believe you me, I still take out sharp visual like deep blue sea. As for Bizzo, Shotty, you just might be his idol, but you need to be careful of who's your disciples, because Draft Night came straight out the Bible and holy
shoulder blades.
On the eve, there must have been a snake in the room, because after Adam saw what got picked, he's still taking this fruit. You need to lace up your boots. You need to lace up your boots. The fact you were second pick is honestly criminal. Bird Box, they should have known it was suicide as soon as they got a visual. Perpetrator, his blood all over my purple trainers. He said he keeps the gun in a tumble dryer. Well, I'll empty the drum just to return the favor. I got a red dot for visual like the Terminator.
Trouble feeling that day, let me tell you.
Perpetrator, his blood all over my purple trainers. He said he keeps the gun in a tumble dryer. Well, I'll empty the drum just to return the favor. I got a red dot for visual like the Terminator. On your back, Shotty.
Here it
Bust
comes.
up down your team quick like a Jurgen player. Keep your heart rate up on my circuit trainer.
There wasn't a fucking person in that room at that moment that did not want to see this battle, lads. Biggest drop ball moment in UK battle rap, and I won't hear a fucking argument against it, because Quill was an established top tier champion battler from the UK scene. Granted, maybe from slightly airing from a previous era to the new, not necessarily what Prem are trying to build on in terms of what his opponent, again, let's not mince words. Vizual was trying to place Vizual as the next star. They have pushed and promoted and fucking trained and coached and all the rest of it. And Vizual is now starting to deliver on that promise on a consistent, regular, high level basis. And that's great. I think Viz could be a future star. But here, and I will not mince my words when I say this, Viz was turned into an afterthought by Quill. How many battlers can say that in the midst of a battle, they made their opponent look so irrelevant as to the fucking context of the battle that the result was almost irrelevant from that moment onwards because of a promo cut in the middle of the battle? This should have been the start of a build to another card a year down the line, 6 months down the line, however much you wanted it to be, between two guys that the fucking UK battle rap community would have paid excellent money to see. You could have built a card a weekend around this battle, and it never happened. Bollocks. Bollocks.
Seamless. Fucking seamless. I am the best entertainer in the UK. Yeah. I am a don't flop champ. There's only so long you can choose to avoid me. I don't care if horrible.
See now, right, let me bring it back, because I know that bit before.
Champ. There's only so long you.
That is what I want to see as the promo for the poster. Because Quill did not back down. Everyone else in battle rap reveres, and rightly so, Shotty Horror, but they also fear him. Look at this moment and tell me if there's a fucking iota of fucking fear in that man's eyes. Quill was denied this opportunity for reasons I will never understand, nor will I ever fucking appreciate. It should have happened. It hasn't happened. Bollocks. Anyways.
You can choose to avoid me. I don't care if horror book me. I still choose my own path like the Goosebumps story. And you can't read into this. You're gonna have nightmares of this. It's like Freddy is back, replaying every second that laps. Men in black, he gonna be wishing that his head could be blank. But the visuals and Visual's head will never be shrank. You're getting bodied, and you're gonna forever remember the fact. Tonight I don't need a baddie. I'm keeping you hostage in your own memory bank. You weren't fit for match day 1. That's why we're in this venue, where you never beat Frank. And to be frank, you should have been deducted points. But we all know when it comes to sharks and decisions, they get a bit of leeway. And Cole J, I ain't dealing with all the he say, she say. But try touch my team, now I'm here. And you can get clocked by Jam like Shakira and PK. Come UK's finest. In fact, it was you. In fact, it was you.
Energy in that room right now is off the fucking chart.
In fact, it was you that made it public that he ain't wrote for a 2-1-2. Because you're quick to snitch out your mouth like Quidditch. See, visual sensitive. That's why they have to keep him in the dark like Riddick. But he said he happy. But he said he happy for shit to get dark, like Bane. I ain't a little scared. Did a whole Batman scheme about how we can start living there. Well, I told Arkham Knights I'll bring the mob in quickly. If I miss the freeze, I got Frost here with me, and you wanted to. I told Arkham Knights I'll bring the mob in quickly. If I miss the freeze, I got Frost here with me, and you wanted to see Quill. Well, I'll handle biz as soon as I see a visual in the sky like Gotham City.
Going after fucking everyone in sight. That's the other thing. It's not just Shotty. It was everyone on stage that day, and he fucking killed it, lads. He fucking again. Viz came into his own towards the back end of that battle. And I give him credit for that because lesser men, lesser battlers, lesser performers would have buckled under that kind of pressure. The fact that, he was literally walked past in the first round of a battle set the tone for the rest of it. So I give Viz a lot of credit for the fact that he was able to recapitalize and rebuild some momentum as the battle progressed. But man, fucking hell, Quill was on another level that day. And I'm not mad necessarily about how things panned out since, but like, fuck. Anyways, here's how we'll dismount, because like I said, I reacted to that battle in full, so I would heartily recommend if you have time to go and check that out. I have also reacted to the gem battle. That's very recent, so please go back and check that out. Where we will end today is on a slightly more, on a lighter note, shall we say, against one Marlo. Now, I think I've seen part of this battle, but I've never watched it all the way through. So let us load this up. This is fairly recent, I believe. It's not, I think it's either 2023 or 2024 this aired. Yep, 2023. 3 months before the Gem title match. Actually, we'll do two more, We'll do two more. We'll do this for 2023, and then there is a battle against Hollow de Don for 2024, so that's where we'll end. So for now, at least, let's see what he's got against
24
Marlo.
Kitchen Street. If you're with us in the building, make some noise.
Peaking like a motherfucker.
We're about to get into one of the 3 main events. I'm looking forward to this one. One of them is debuting on Premier Battle. Shouts to Strode for throwing this event as well. But on the right-hand side,
Strode
you
is
see
an
him on
excellent
Prem,
job booking
the
this
Don't
event,
Flop
by the way.
champion. Make some noise for Quill.
All of Quill's hair's gone.
And on the left-hand side, he is one half of one of the best teams the UK has ever produced.
The
Making
best
his debut
team.
as a
Sorry,
solo
lads.
artist. Make some noise
It's
for
not
Marlo!
debatable. Marlo's the best 2-on-2 team the UK ever produced. And it's not close. The GOATs.
It's a 3-round battle. This is a match day battle, so it will be judged. Please hold down at the back. Round 1 on Marlo. Let's go.
Okay.
Ready, Liverpool?
Marlo gave a hell of a performance here, by the way. So I do remember that because he had the Polaroid moment, I seem to remember. And it's rough that was round 1 because I think that set the tone for the rest of the battle. I remember Quill struggling after this, but let's see what we've got. Anyways, round 1 on Quill.
In honor of Marlo, Premier Battle's first ever drinking game.
Okay.
Take a sip every time I refer to Shuffle Tea.
Okay.
Warning, you're gonna be paralytic. He's someone I have to reference. The resume of this man's pathetic. He can't hold his own like calisthenics solo-wise. Not one classic match. Shuffle T's last battle, Shotty horror.
Fair point, except for I would argue his battle against Pedro was fun. I think he had him losing in that battle, and I get Pedro was freestyling a lot of that, and that gets a lot of points. But for me, though, Marlo was on another level that day. Marlo's resume. I'd have to think about that. I can't remember Marlo's resume off the top of my head. But he is right. Shuffle came off a battle against Shotty Horat and has a much more prolific individual battle rap career. But as a team, unbeatable.
His last battle was Danny. Yo, we know Shuffle can fight his corner. We don't know if Marlo can defend his. You can't diss me for using props. You've been Shuffles for over 10 years. You've been Shuffles for over 10 years. His solo battles, massive for the brand. You haven't battled anybody top tier without holding Adam's hand.
I'll just say, by the way, I get it's not necessarily their fault. Not a great venue for battle rap, lads, if there's columns every fucking 10 feet. Poor fucker stood behind that, can't see a goddamn thing and paid a ticket like everyone else. Thought they were going to get nice and close to the stage. Now can't see anything. That sucks. I feel bad for them.
To the point that you and Danny Jack became the perfect made match. I really thought he cut you off. I guess you won your way back, but I saw the jokes that you made on his sex, and honestly, I just thought it was a load of deadpan comedy, but you're here now, Marlo. We're the top tier now, Marlo. It's time that you need to prove it. He's fed up of blowing on your hot food, Marlo. He even choose it. I can give you a I can give you a comedic reference if you want to read into it. Lou and Andy from Little Britain. You can stand on your own 2 feet, but he hasn't seen you do it. Maybe. Nice. Maybe he thought you.
That's crazy.
Maybe he thought you was being wild.
What I would say to Black T, by the way, is I think, yeah, Black T, my friend, you're a handsome bastard. And I really, really appreciate everything that you do in terms of highlighting stuff at events. That wasn't crazy. That was good. It was really good. Crazy, though? I think we need to redefine it just for the sake of the punchline at this point. You know what I mean?
Guys, ended up the sounds of Frodo Baggins, the Robin to Batman. Now you got more hairs on your head than Solo classics. Bro.
Marlo took his hat off to make the joke.
My freestyles are fire. Don't ever doubt me. I'll set this whole building on fire until you forget about me, boy. What you saying? You know what's slow clocking that freestyle rhyme? You know what's slow clocking that freestyle rhyme? I guess it's just like his Polaroid. He slowly developed over time.
Sick. That was crazy. That was crazy.
I was sneaking outside the Nice HQ, knowing that the front door's the only card scanner. Wait for the manager to have a cigarette break. Then I had Jem by the throat like Cody Garbrandt. I snatched the ID. Beep, scan the barcode. Soon as the doors open, give Scoop an instant shot like an affogato. As for Shuffle, well, Jem made a substitution, so let's have it, Marlo. Somebody's O has got to go. If you want to back your boy, go ahead, Shuffle. Sean of the. I ain't throwing away my record to this dead couple, especially when he's a family guy. His whole life is work. He recently just thrown dough on a house like Heisenberg, so I do him like Kill Bill. So I do him like Kill Bill. Ding dong. Turn up to the yard, do it blatantly, knife out like, put the kettle on, fam. Then it's straight to the chest after you make me tea. Now I'm trying to put his body in the boot of his Fiesta from '83. So
nice.
A fireman carried the corpse. I'm doing legs on my rest day. Oh, this my best Shuffle T impression, cause I'm carrying his dead weight.
Sick haymakers in this first round.
It's my best Shuffle T impression, no. Cause I'm carrying his dead weight. Picking up this bitch's shit is his pet hate. I ain't capping, man, it's facts. His rapping's what you lack. He picking up the slack and you lapping up the claps. That's why outside of battle rap, he dished you for Freddie and Liam. Ain't that about right? Well, that's how it look and exactly what it sounds like. But I guess Shuffle doesn't need Shuffle. He's proven he could be the same on his own, whereas all you contributed to his name was the low. Whoa. But you lost Shuffle T, wanna be in shackles. Sports day, 100-meter sprint, he's like, yeah, I'm afraid that's a hassle. Soon as they say free, they get him and Shuffle already taped to the ankles. You even need his help to be a fizzy drinker.
I guess it really takes two to tango, but out of all the fizzy drinks that battle, you called out the ones that were worse than rapping. First he sent for Dr. Pepper. I was like, what's the worst I can have? You were ducking Monster Energy.
I can't believe how fucking seriously he said that. Oh, Quill, you're killing me, man.
What is this battle?
It's mental is what it is.
You were ducking Monster Energy because it had the hardest subliminals. You didn't want it with cream soda because the bar's original. So you settled with Fanta. So you settled with Fanta. And that's when I knew that you was whack. You didn't want it with Tizer. You would have been left red-faced when he started talking back. You wouldn't know Tizer. Even when Frankie Fraser was your ghostwriter. Yeah, I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten. Used to copy Marlo and let Frank be your imagination like Donnie Darko, but that's the time.
That's a hell of a first round. I remember he did the therapist thing, and that's fair enough. That's a hell of a strong round to come back with, but yeah, going after the shuffle thing, that's fair enough, because again, I think it's fair to say that, again, his and Shuffle's career have mimicked, which is ironic, because I remember back in the day, you know, people used to tout Marlo as being the stronger of the two in the 2-on-2, but then you see now Shuffle has developed quite succinctly into a one-man performance. So fair play to him, but yeah, that was that's a hell of a response, wouldn't you agree? Anyway, round two.
You're right. I did call out Shorty Horror. And then I heard it, and then I got Marlo. Oh, lucky me. Meanwhile, Shorty's battling twerk. Definitely ducking me. Out of curiosity, Marlo, I just want to ask you a question. Knights?
Yes.
What is your profession?
What is it?
No? Okay. Let me take you back for a sec to when you pointed at Ogmios and you actually said, if I had that for a head.
Yes, he did. He did. Yes, he did. Oh, calm as a bitch.
Found it? I'll wear a hat till I'm dead. What happened, my friend? Ogmios declared war on your hair as soon as you said that dumb rhyme. 2 weeks later, and everybody died on the front line. 4 weeks later, and a weaves the plan. Instant receding, fam. Didn't even get to do the Zinedine Zidane. Instant transformation into mini-me began. Now he wears a hat in every battle so the light doesn't glare off. Looking like a tortoise, but there was nothing slow or steady about the hair loss. Even on your best days you had bed hair, now you wear every type of headwear to hide it, there's none left there. Hides that he hates it, tried to embrace it, shaved it, fucking Andrew Tate it, man can take it. Shuffle gives him way worse banner, he's never gonna flinch. Last week he had him hosting sounds like a Edinburgh Fringe. He's taking the piss.
Edinburgh Fringe. That got slapped on so bad. Edinburgh Fringe, not a fuck was given. Ah, lads, come on, wake up.
5 years though, brother. Sex life with your wife, that's long. You should try stripping to Joe Cocker, that way you can leave your hat on. Wait. You should try. So you can leave your hat on. Where you add words to the end of your sentences to make it rhyme. That's never me. Sorry. We had a compliments battle. It's the only time I've ever been embodied. But solo-wise, I'm still yet to see the day. You only have the X Factor as a duo, so don't be...
I will say, so I thought about airing the compliments battle with him and Soul, and yeah, Shuffle T and Marlo, again, as a team, are just unbeatable. I thought that Soul and Quill together were funny, but the trouble is that both of them just didn't have that synergy together. Soul kept on trying to feed Quill, but Quill didn't return... there wasn't much synergy between the two of them, whereas with Quill and Shuffle T and Marlo, man, their synergy is just it's untouchable. Bobby and Raptor did a good job as scapegoats, but it's Shufflo, man. Like, they're the best 2-on-2 team the UK has ever produced. They're the UK 2-on-2 goats. deal with it.
Thinking the result with Jed would be identically the same. Let's talk about your gimmick a bit. Bad bars, aka my lyrics are shit. I ain't a fan of that skit and he's vanishing quick. 10 years later, he's still doing bad bars. What kind of antic is this? He scatters his shit and balances it, managed to fit it in his material, but because everybody lost, nobody banishes it. He really came with a system like Alex the Kid. Listen to his bars, man. Listen to his bars, man. There's loads of it, and you lot lap it up like, yeah, it's jokes, because it's shit.
You do, because it is, and it's good.
Jokes because it's shit.
Yeah.
It's lazy writing. I wouldn't freestyle that on my off day, but they dress you up as a hero. This comic con the crowd without the cosplay. That's why I sent this fall down. That's why I sent this fall down a few tears. Seeing as the style so condescending, they thought it'd be impossible for me to diss him. Trust me, it was way harder when I had to compliment him. Bro, ain't nobody trying to watch Ant without Declan. This one's for you. I preferred it when the O in Shaft Low came from Gibbo's name. I need that one. The good old Season and Gizmo days. Let's go.
Let's go. Round 2. Not as strong as his first, but again, attacking the credibility element of him and going after his... Yeah, good round. Fun round. Let's see what he's got for the third.
So you have the respect of the core fans in your favor. Cool. But there's so many reasons why these comedians have held us back. We can debate them all. To rappers in the ends, you are not relatable. Of course they think you're a joke, man. Your two biggest battles are from April Fools. We know how damaging Bad Bars was. Left a bad taste to the wider audience, didn't translate, setting us back. We're trying to expand the fan base, but back then, the audience wanted jokes. So we had to pander, but real rappers like Gets are watching like, why is my man battling a can of Fanta? Typecast the whole scene. Classic prankster. We used to having banter. That's why it doesn't work when you go from comedic spoken word to rapping gangster. And they don't take us serious, bro. Imagine Adam Sandler, lead role for Casablanca. No, massive wanker. You played that posh geeky image from the start. Since you were getting paid in pennies, you were on brand early like Katy Perry with the bra made from... You played that posh geeky image from the start. Since you were getting paid in pennies, you were on brand early like Katy Perry with the bra made from the cake and cherries. As battle raps Gareth Keenan. Well, I'm here to put your stationery into a plate of jelly, boy. You track up.
First Office reference from Quill, actually. Back in the Don't Flop days, they seem to be just fucking gluttons for the Office references. The Office is a fine television series. I'm not going to speak ill of it. I'm just saying, as much as anything, like, if the point Quill is making is that the comedy stuff held battle rap back, I understand the point he's making. I'm just saying to him right now, I couldn't disagree with you more. Couldn't disagree with you more.
Let's go! Katy Perry with the bra made from the cake and cherries. As battle raps Gareth Keenan. Well, I'm here to put your stationery into a plate of jelly, boy. You tried go commercial, never made the telly, even though Marlo so melodramatic. It was whacking back in the day, then it was static. Now to the new gen it is backwards, you never adapted, you stopped with the jokes, neglected the rapping, that's why you win. Sending traffic to the channel by reaching out to the demographic. The real rappers been making up for your slouching by bending backwards, depending pilots on overdrive and mending that.
Fucking hell.
I don't even know what the fuck it was. The pen and pad is on overdrive, amending that shit. Now we see the game through a different lens like Edgar Davids. So tell your manager.
Oh, he's annoyed with that.
Been making up for your slouching by bending backwards. The pen and pad is on overdrive, amending that shit. Now we see the game through a different lens like Edgar Davids. So tell your manager I'ma let him have it. Rivers of blood when I shank him in his denim jacket. Somewhat mixing his DNA with Lenny Kravitz. Bro, you ain't wrote any new chapters like Terry Pratchett. In fact, where was you when Don't Flop was practically no longer the place to be? What did you do as one of the two faces of the league, huh? Battle Danny Jack. Oh, the two saviors really saving the scene. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. It was Shuffle who stepped up to the plate for the team. Couldn't get the job done, so I snatched the title after he was forced to take a defeat, so the titles didn't vacate. It paid me to see. Now it's Don't Flop versus Prem. Title match versus Gem. I've been chasing a dream. Now your biggest match is on my card, and it's amazing to see. But any thanks that you have, save it for me.
I'll just pause it because, again, the other thing about Quill that you have to acknowledge and appreciate is that he really bought into the notion of there being leagues and there being fandoms within those leagues. Amalgamating those and bringing those two things together was the first thing to do before you can then try and take it back to the mainstream or at least more of a casual audience. The fact that the Don't Flop versus Premier Battles aspect of it wasn't used, especially when Jem became champ. Again, I'm not a league owner, you know, all the rest of that fuck. It doesn't take a genius to know if you've got a marketing tool at your disposal and you say, well, I don't give a fuck about the title. Right, but what do the fans fucking think, dipshits? Like, if it's easy for them to buy into, if they're only fucking with Don't Flop and they're only fucking with Prem and you make it so it's a thing like that, yes, I understand there's a face-saving element to things, but you're all quibbling over the fact that there's not enough fandom to begin with. And it always infuriated me that Quill was the first person, and the only person, as best I can tell, that really was banging the drum for it being, I'm the Don't Flop champion, I want to face the Prem champion, let's have it out. Fair play to him, man. Like, yelling into the void as it turned out, but still.
If I didn't beat Crafty, your 2-1-2 title would have been erased with the league. I know Marlo. We occasionally speak. He regrets not putting that solo work in. And those emotions arose to the surface. It shows that you're hurting. I know it's a burden. You're close to closing the curtain. Speaking about past, present, future. He trying to run back the clock like Cameron and Ferris Bueller. He want to be more active. So now he has to swallow pride, trying to pay back for the past. Because now he on borrowed time. And around 3. And I'm feeling hella strong. I ain't going anywhere. Bloodstrong, put this cat on. Let's go.
Don't know why the camera's got a grid on it. Anyways. And that was against Marlo. And yeah, another incredibly imperious performance from Quill there. I know I said we do one more, but we've been going for nearly 4 hours. These retrospectives, man, they are probably too long, really. But they're here for posterity. So that's where we will jump off from Quill's career. So how do I sum up Quill? For people that are not necessarily as familiar with his work as anyone else. Right, so an imperious performer. Did you hear a single lost round in any of those performances? Did you see one ill step, one stammer, one loss of composure? No. Not even in the heat of moments that would have completely sighed through lesser battlers. Growth over time, development over time, an attention to detail, flawless execution, fantastic creativity, absolutely electric energy, and a theatricality and a panache that, again, you just don't see mirrored or emulated at all. He is, without a doubt, one of the best battle rap champions that the UK has ever produced, one of the finest performers it's ever produced, and as sad as it is to think about, if that's the body of his work in perpetuity now, and again, there's battles that took place before and after this that we've just not covered today, but that's a pretty good sample of what he does. It's a terrible thing because I think there was still so much that could be done with Quill. There's a lot of different stuff you could have done with him in and outside of battle rap if you'd built the promotion to be a vehicle for him, because I think he would have been one of the few people to be trusted to actually put in the work to make it worth it. I know Biz has done a lot while he was champion of Prem. You know, to represent the belt. He appeared on podcasts. He did shows like mine. You know, he did what he could to try and broaden the brand as champion. But I would argue that no one promoted like Quill. No one cared like Quill. No one delivered like Quill. And no one consistently performed with the weight of expectation like Quill. As much as I love Biz, Biz at least had somewhat of a clean slate to come into. And he had to work against the perception of him to a degree. I understand that. But in terms of a champion's responsibility to his league and to his opponents, to the people that also called his league home, no one represented quite like Quill. And it's a crying shame if he really is done. If he now does not perform again, that's rough, man. So I hope that the talks of retirement are premature and, all the rest of it. But as much as anyone, like, again, Shuffle T and Marlo got me into battle rap. Shotty made me realize what an art form and what a fucking brutal art form it could be. Don't Flop then ushered me into the world of battle rap within the UK. Then I took my break. Premier Battles reacquainted me with it, and Prem's Plug 3 made me really become a sort of a devotee to battle rap. But that performance at Plug 3 was the moment I think I really started to become obsessed with people within battle rap. He was the first person to really pique my interest in terms of who's that guy. And for that, I'll be eternally grateful. And also, just I guess to just try and put bullet point in it, you've seen it in some of his performances. Quill is outspoken when he needs to be, but he's fair. And I think one of the things that I've appreciated about Quill in my relationship with him, because I've gotten to know him a little bit better over the last couple of years. I've interviewed him twice. He's appeared on the channel a couple of times. You know, he's an Arsenal fan, so he's a good kid. I think the thing I take from Quill is that he's a real dude. Like, he stood up for me in public when he didn't need to. He's appeared on my channel numerous times, twice after, publicly at least. It was not good to be associated with me, and he did it anyway because he has his own convictions and he believes in himself, and he also believes in what he has to say. I have boundless respect for Quill, not only as a performer and as an act and as a rapper, as an artist, lyricist, on stage, live presence. As a man, he's a top bloke. Really, really good guy. And so, as a performer, we will probably not see his like again if he's not going to be performing anymore. I hope the tournament yields enough success that Prem can bring him back in some capacity, be it behind the scenes during the tournament, be it as an opponent when the tournament is all done and dusted and they've got a new crop of talent in order to unleash upon the world. But if you've not had your fill, know that I've reacted to a couple of his battles. I've promoted a couple of his battles, including his battle with Arsenal and the promo he put together there, which I thought was great. I thought that was fantastic. Go and support him. Go like, follow, share his stuff, because, again, he's always working. He's always producing stuff. He's always working on stuff. He's done some musical tracks, which you may have heard in the background of the pip that I made for this video. But most of all, like I say, man, go back and watch some of these battles on Don't Flop while they're still there. Same with Prem. I fear we're entering an era where a lot of these videos are going to be lost to time. So for posterity's sake, I'm glad we do these, because, again, some of these battles are going to get deplatformed for various reasons at some point. So go back, go watch them, go check them out, go like them, share them again, comment on them, clip them, share them, meme them, all that good jazz. And go and follow him. He's on Instagram, he's on Twitter. I think it's Quill Lyrics on both. And yeah, just props to the man. I know he's not in the chat right now, but as much as anyone, he's as responsible as anyone for me being a fan of battle rap in its current incarnation. And I think it's a crying shame that the scene doesn't reflect the work he's put in, because I think he's worked as hard as anybody has and performed at a level as much as anyone has to promote and garner a support that the scene doesn't currently have for whatever reason. So hopefully that changes. Hopefully we see, you know, that come full circle. So yeah, I hope that was the Quill battle rap retrospective from 2012 all the way through to 2023. I think that battle was 2024 was his last year of battling. I don't think he's battled this year except for maybe Arsenal. Maybe that was this year. But footage of that I'm not aware of existing. It is probably somewhere. It's just it's not on Don't Flop and Premier Battles. So, yeesh. Anyways. So, thank you very much for joining me this evening. Sorry for starting a little early. It's just that I know these run long and I didn't want to be up until 1 o'clock in the morning, so I hope you forgive me. It's currently 9 o'clock, so I still have time to handle some business if I need to. So, thank you for joining me. Last tiny little thing. That's it for a little while from me. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I've done, I think, a month solid of 2 streams a week. I've produced about 30 hours worth of content. And while it has translated into some more support, I've garnered a few extra subs, and that's lovely. I think we've done okay in terms of viewing figures. I think we're doing about 100 views a video at the moment, which I'm quite happy with. I'm kind of tired, and I think everyone could probably do with a break from me as well. I feel like I'm starting to get to that point where people are a bit sick of seeing me in their feeds and seeing my videos pop up and all the rest of it. I think that's reflected in the fact that people aren't tuning in live quite so much at the moment. Not that I'm denigrating anyone that does or doesn't. I'm just saying, though, that the whole point of these being live is to be watched live. If I'm just making a video and uploading it, then that's, you know, it's probably easier because I can make them at my own pace. So the fact that I haven't quite seen the uptick that I wanted there just means that for now, at least, I want to take a little bit of a break. The way I would lessen that blow is it seems, and I'm trying to say this with as much understanding as I can, that people are fucking waking up to the fact that they've got to talk about the tournament. And sadly, it's taken 3 weeks for people to fucking start making shit. Now, luckily, Cammy started making some videos, or at least he's made a video. He plans to make more. I'm sure Prem will release more and more as it goes. So for anyone that was worried about content leading up to the tournament, it would appear at least that I now don't have to worry about filling that void. You'll have people like Cammy. You'll have the guys from Prem. You'll probably have guys like Koj and other individual battlers. McCoy released a video the other day. So you'll have plenty of content to get your teeth into as we near the tournament. And like I said, I think I've been a bit relentless recently. I think I need, for the sake of y'all not getting sick to fucking death of seeing me in your feeds all the time, taking a break and stepping away is probably the best thing for everyone right now. So listen, I'll be back down the road. Not sure when. We'll see. Yeah, cheers for joining me for this live stream. Cheers for joining me for the previous ones that we've done over the last couple of weeks. I hope you've checked out the DW and Red Wolf interviews, respectively. The Hulk one, too. If you haven't already done so, please go and consider giving those a watch. But in the meantime, that's been our Quill retrospective. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've not already done so, please consider giving me a like, a share, a subscribe. Yeah, and I guess, I don't know when I'll be back. I guess... I don't know when there's a need for it. Again, I only wanted to fill the void if I felt like people weren't going to be producing stuff. Cammy's going to be doing stuff. I'm sure Trubs and Prem and Koj and a lot of other guys are going to be doing stuff as well. So you'll have plenty to watch, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm going to go away, take a little break. Yeah, and we'll come back when y'all want me back. When I'm making stuff again that y'all actually want to see, I'll be back. So listen, take very good care of yourselves in the meantime. And yeah, I'll see you soon. I'm Lorne Risley, host of the show. Take very good care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next episode of the Halcyon Show.